I almost OD'd in my car at an IKEA parking lot to that song.
That would have been a good place to just die. You should have committed to that. Like,
Go upstairs to one of the closet displays.
If I had a plate of Swedish meatballs in front of me, I might have just ended it all right there.
The janitor's sweeping up at the night. No.
Oh, God. This one's a little too real.
These displays are getting bananas.
he has to put together his own coffin. Instructions.
Where the hell is part Q?
Yeah.
I don't want that coming up. He got the clap in? Hell yeah. Director clap? Nailed it, dude.
That was more of a clap. I just watched the
This
video
is the
the
most
other day.
professional guy here. This is crazy.
I am not. Well, it depends. We have qualified professional at what?
You do look like a filmmaker. You kind of look like Wes Anderson.
No, I'm just short and squirrely and sweaty all the time. I'm just like, oh.
Do you have hyperhidrosis?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's
dude.
that?
I just sweat all the time.
That's
I'm like a sweaty guy, and I also am nervous and like shit, like just.
and does that all fall under what's it called? Hyper.
It all falls under like ADHD and OCD.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like nuts.
His skin is just squirting at all times, dude. It's
Sort
crazy.
of.
Yeah. It's kind
Yeah,
of sick.
people are like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing all right."
But it looks so badass on stage, dude.
No, it's sort of wrestly. I feel like I've got kind of an Undertaker vibe, but like
Yeah.
in places where I'm not supposed to look like the Undertaker.
Your match didn't even start yet. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just getting prepped, baby.
It was a long walk to the ring.
Got to give the people what they want.
pyro.
In fairness, though, we are in Texas, and this place is fucking gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is brutally hot.
It's
Yeah.
so dry.
And I live dry.
Yo, it is so, dude. Since moving here, I've had a bloody nose every morning.
Wow.
It is
so
dry.
That's something else, dude.
Nah.
It's pretty wild that
I
you're
mean,
telling.
it is the pain.
look
but
at
it's
Jack.
so dry.
Look at Jack. Tell him
No,
he's
I'm
dry right
telling
now.
I live in Tennessee
It's
too, so
dry
like
here.
this is it. I have 2 seasons in Tennessee. I have sweatpants and bathing suit, and it is like I have moved into bathing suit now. So at home in the winter, just straight sweatpants for 6 months, and then 6 months, and I'm like bathing suit on, no underwear.
Speedo shorts. What are we rocking?
It depends.
Shorts.
If I'm feeling European, then I'll go outside.
I knew you had a Speedo. I just knew that.
No, he doesn't.
I do.
No
Actually, in fairness, I do have. We did a show in Nashville, and someone came who worked at like a sex shop, and she gave us goodie bags, and it was like one of the egg baiters and like lube, but there was a cod piece in there. I still have it, but I haven't. Like I wore it. I wore it like in for fun one time. I was like, check it out. My wife was like, don't ever do that again. But it's
did you
fun.
get that?
It's in the. Well, she knows because she knows because she was at the meet and greet where we got handed, and I had my daughter was there.
Neat,
She's like,
all
what's in
right.
that bag? I was like, nothing's in the bag. But I put that on, but the kids are like, what's this? I'm like,
Put that down.
Hey, Val, are
Zero
you?
times did he talk into the microphone.
I was about to say. All right. Are you picking up his audio?
I was waiting for a good moment.
all right,
Okay.
I'm moving forward.
He's moving forward now.
Try to be like
You want to be like this?
guys, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, and you can
Just
pull
move
that
the
back
mic
to
closer to
yeah.
the edge. Yeah, do what I do, because then when you vanish, it's
Vanish.
still like
I like to talk about it.
in the direction.
It's like a tease. You can
These are
sort of hear what I'm
Omni
talking about.
Or
Yeah, they're Omni.
okay,
Yeah. Well, are the roads Omni, or do you have to talk
I would
directly into
aim
the
it.
front?
I would aim it to you.
Yeah, you can.
Well, like that?
Yeah, because
We really need to do handheld mics. I feel like guys like this are so
It
used to.
doesn't matter, because if you're not
I'm pro.
used to
I have
it-
like 2 podcasts. I do this for a living.
yeah,
Not
if,
really. I
If
play
you're not
music for a
used
living.
to holding them,
About that, I do play bass for a living. Podcasts is...
Yeah, I mean, you're right up on it.
All right,
It's the ADHD, dude. I get it, bro. That's why I had to take mine off the stand and just hold it.
We got to get
otherwise-
him one of them like lapel mics.
The fuzzy one?
yeah.
No, I'll be good. I'll remember.
No,
now.
he said the Britney Spears mic. I think that's the way to go. Or Matt Rife. Matt Rife does it now too.
Matt Rife mic.
this. The
flesh-colored
motivational
light.
speaker?
Yeah.
Yes, the TED Talk.
Jack Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
No, you're Jack.
Oh, the relative. As a
You're all day,
physical
folks.
as a physical specimen, I would say we look nearly identical.
You and Tony Robbins?
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
I think so. If you put us,
I
in
thought
the
you were
same-
David Goggins when I walked in, actually.
David Goggins.
He looks
Yeah,
like
dude.
David Goggins after a long run.
Sorry.
Oh, David Goggins. He's like this super fitness guy.
He's a runner guy. Like he like
Super
Is he
motivational.
related to Walton Goggins?
I would hope so.
No,
There's more than
no.
one Goggins.
He's
a
also
lot of
well.
Goggins.
Also, David Goggins is black, so
there's a gaggle of Goggins.
I don't see
Goggins.
color. Obviously, that's why I thought.
For a long time, I would tell people that I was a Carl Weathers impersonator on my downtime, and you'd be surprised how many people don't know who Carl Weathers is.
That was one of your jokes when I first joined the band.
Yeah. I was like, well, it was like, what do you do when you're not in Bayside? He's
That's
like, I'm a Carl
that's a
Weathers
great one.
impersonator. I'm like, oh, is there money in that? I was like, yeah, I do all right. I was like, you don't know who Carl Weathers is, do you? And they're like, no. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, how does that work? How does that work? You dressing up like Carl Weathers?
It doesn't.
Oh,
But
okay.
It makes people. That is the truest way to figure out if you know that somebody knows or doesn't know who Carl Weathers is.
Or if they're just
Or
gonna
they
guess
don't
man
see
you.
color.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but I would say even if you don't see color, I'm not a good match. Like I think that beyond like. Sure, I don't see color either, but like you could see a bus coming at you. Like there's things that are just two very different things. This is apples and oranges.
Why can't fruit be compared? Sorry.
Look, I could also tell people that I'm a Larry Bird impersonator, and then they'd be like, I'm not buying that either.
But if they don't know who Carl Weathers is,
I
If
think
they have no
everyone-
idea who Carl what
do
like
they know who Larry Bird is? Do you know who Larry Bird is?
I'm not the person to ask.
do you know who Carl
You're
Weathers
exactly
is?
the-
No.
You're exactly the person to ask
I'm
then.
just so
think that's a
bad
no.
with names.
Carl Weathers.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not a I forget. He reminded me his name's Matt Edgar today. We've met like 20 times.
You forgot my name before I came in here?
Holy shit, Val.
Damn.
Well,
You
you
know,
know
you
what?
need to-
Well, I'll tell you this. I only know your name because Davey just said it. Thanks,
He was
Davey.
going to call you
You're
Lady
welcome,
Josh.
Val.
Lady Josh.
Yeah, I was gonna call you Girl Josh the whole time.
But if you showed me pictures, like I'm a very visual person.
You know who Carl
I've
Weathers is.
consumed a lot of like content.
If we showed you a picture of Carl Weathers, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that."
Have you
guy.
ever seen the movie Rocky or Predator or?
Yes.
There you go.
He's like the main black guy in both of those.
Yeah, he's the black guy that gets the beat out. Yeah.
The
He was also in
sacrificial-
Arrested Development.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
one of the best
cameos of all time,
He's been
dude.
arrested
Yeah.
later in his life because he died recently.
He did
He's
pass,
been in
yeah.
Star Wars.
R.I.P.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
Oh
was-
that's
yeah,
true,
he
dude.
was in he was in Star Wars.
Which one was that, Mandalorian or Boba Fett?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, dude.
Grief cargo.
Well, when he
You guys
came
wanna
back
talk
in
about
Arrested
Star Wars?
Development,
We could.
I'll talk about Star Wars.
I know you love that.
Only the first three.
I'll talk about
the
it all.
actual first three.
I'll talk
right.
about it all.
oh no, he would talk about.
You know what's weird? Star Wars has been coming up a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've been talking about it a lot
Yeah.
more lately. You know, you guys know Joe DeRosa? Yeah. He loves Star
Yeah,
Wars,
yeah.
and we
He
just
would, too.
He's like you. It's like he's so deep into it. We went on a whole thing the other night about Count Dooku, how badass and underrated Count Dooku is.
Count
Dooku's
Dooku.
underrated.
Count Dooku,
Is that from
bro.
the new
Look up
ones?
Count Dooku.
From the prequels.
Well, yeah. but
Okay,
he's-
from the
Ruth and
right.
Ruthless.
Well,
Former
he's like the
Jedi.
best. Right, he's the best Sith.
Yeah,
he's like the most noble of the Siths.
Yeah,
and that's
great.
What about?
Love him.
Wait. I'm confusing him with the robot with a bunch of arms. Is that General
General
Grievous?
Grievous,
Oh,
yeah.
see, okay.
Grievous was sick.
Yeah.
Grievous
Wait,
was
Dooku's
sick.
the guy. Is he in a bunch of horror
Christopher
movies
Lee.
as like
Yeah,
the?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the old guy.
Yeah.
Saruman.
Was Kylo Ren? That's the one. Like
Yeah.
Adam Driver
Adam
is
Driver.
Kylo Ren. Holy shit, that
He
was
looks
so
great.
good.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made like that's the only reason I started
great
watching
actor.
the Star Wars movies again
Because of Adam Driver?
because of Adam Driver. Yeah.
Do you know what's weird though? When that first started happening, when he got into the movie, that was right after he came out of Girls.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Where he was just this super.
Now he's
really,
good for
really
Star
weird
Wars
thing
now,
to say if you
Yeah.
don't understand the context of that. By the way, yeah.
but like
he
he
just
just
came out of Girls.
series.
Out of girls.
yeah, baby. But like that, his character in Girls was so weird, was so like crude and direct
Yep.
that I made Star Wars memes back in the day. I had created. I was like, I don't know, it was like just a meme with like Adam Driver in bed with Lena Dunham, but he's
Yeah.
got the Ren helmet, and he's just like, oh, like.
Wasn't he kind of simpy in that show? I obviously didn't watch
No,
that
it was
show
like
because I'm
it
not
was
a
like bizarrely
total
kind of
incel.
misogynistic, but really like
Kind of
Incel-y,
simpy in Star
right?
Wars.
Yeah, he was kind of simpy
Yeah.
in Star Wars. That's true.
sad about his dad kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
No, sad about Ray. Like, why are we friends? I want to be better friends.
He kind of like got too good for Star Wars while he was making Star Wars. He did go from filming like Girls to I'm like when he got the role, I was like the guy from Girls? The HBO show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
he blew up,
while-
dude.
Yeah, he blew up while he was doing
Star Wars
He
is
became too good for
Star
it.
Wars is good at that.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
like notoriously
Making
good at
people?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they make some people.
I mean, Hayden Christensen had like kind of his resurgence with Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
like the
recently.
original ones.
The kid who played
Yeah.
the kid.
The kid who played the guy who played
kid who played the kid?
I know
Wait,
what
the
you're talking
little
about.
guy?
The kid is the
Yeah,
kid.
the kid is
Who's the little
kid.
guy? Wait, what's he
He's
doing
got-
now?
he's gone.
Jake
Wait, the kid's
Lloyd?
hot now, you said?
No.
No,
Wait, wait,
he's
little
not
Anakin?
doing so.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not doing
yeah,
that.
He's the same age and he's doing Totina's Pizza Roll commercials.
No,
Hell yeah.
Danny DeVito did. He never got bigger.
Yeah.
And,
Jesus.
He's gonna have a late in life comeback on some weird sitcom.
yeah, he's waiting. He's waiting for Matt Egger to
No, I
release.
think it's the other way. I think
Called
it's like
Austin.
drugs and
Always Sunny in Austin.
Charlie
things
full-
like that.
He
yeah.
could go full Charlie Sheen. He could get
Yeah.
popular later and then just be a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing so well. Jake Lloyd, sorry.
Jake Lloyd, shout out.
Yo, if you're
You got
Jake
it, you got
Lloyd, leave
this,
it in the
Jake.
comments.
Dude, Jake Lloyd's gonna go nuts for this episode, dude. But Mom, they're talking about me. Oh God.
Yo, for
But all
you,
good.
for as much as you like Star Wars, though, like I agree with you. Like I think that I was kind of like I like Star Wars in a basic sense, but hanging out, I spend so much time with Nick, and I listen to a lot of what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I have a deeper appreciation for stuff. Also, I watch Star Wars with you like I'm your girlfriend, and I ask so many questions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I get so many blanks filled in where I'm like, wait a minute. So he's like, that's that guy who does this.
Wait,
and
but do you
this.
enjoy like educating him on it?
definitely.
It's super fun for
I'm
you,
not.
right?
Yeah, no, I've definitely.
You're like
every
the Star Wars
time I'm like,
professor.
yeah, I'm like, am I bugging you? I don't want to be like the guy.
The way they make Star Wars now, it's like, it's, I think, super hard to do because they have to make it in a sense. I always use my mother as like the baseline. They have to make it in
we've
a
all got
sense that
problems,
my
dude.
mother understands it.
Yeah.
But then it also has to freak out the nerds.
Yeah.
So it's like you're watching two different
Yeah.
shows where
Yeah.
I'm
No
like,
doubt.
it's entertaining, and my mom's like, "Oh, this is nice," and then I'm like, "You want to know what though?" You
Dude,
know?
everyone talks about how like they don't like it when their girlfriend asks them questions about the movie and stuff. When a girl asks me like if we're watching football and she starts asking me questions about the game, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you're about to get an education, dude.
Yeah.
And I love this.
Isn't that a
Yeah.
sign that she gives it? Where she's like,
Yeah,
okay, if
dude.
I'm going to watch
Yeah.
this, I want to know this and this and this.
And then I get to be like the expert and really flex how smart I am because she doesn't understand what a field goal is versus an extra point.
You're describing
you know what I mean?
mansplaining.
Yeah, but she wants it, dude.
No,
she
no, no.
asked for
Yeah,
it.
she
Okay,
was wearing
the
it. What
outfit
she
she
was
was wearing, she clearly
Just like, yeah, what's up with this guy? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Have you ever been on the other side of that where you're watching something that she likes and then you're like, what is this?
Oh,
Yeah,
totally,
dude.
Like I'd be watching
every
Bravo
reality show.
and
Oh,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
90
who's
Day
that?
Fiancé? You're
Yeah,
like,
90 Day Fiancé. And then she pulls out a PowerPoint presentation
Yeah, dude.
of who and who.
And they love that too.
Yeah.
I feel like it brings you closer together in the relationship.
Having to explain that stuff?
My
Right?
lady is more into like horror and movies. And
Oh, that's
more
cool.
Television and sci-fi and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I do have to ask her stuff about if we're watching.
And she loves telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah.
and then do you guys like really hard right after?
Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Not after, during. Still telling me. I'm like, yeah.
You're like, pay
okay,
attention,
cool.
I'm not done explaining this.
He's choking her, and she's like, and that's that guy. That guy's the other guy's girlfriend.
as he's just like, oh, you told me so much.
He's doing the Sith choke while he's talking about it.
No, my wife has a special move where if I'm watching something that she's like kind of doesn't understand, she'll tell me that she's seen it already, and then she leaves. And I'm
Ooh,
like,
well played.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do you want to watch this? She's like, I've seen this already. I was like, it just came out today. She was like, nah, I'm pretty sure I saw it.
My
I bootlegged
ex,
it.
my ex, we'd be watching baseball, and she would just heckle players' names.
Hell yeah.
Like Kosuke Fukudome would get up, and she'd be like, "Fukudome."
Honestly, that's kind of
like,
sick,
I'm
dude.
back
That's
there,
really good.
I'm like, "That's good."
Why is she
Hey,
your
wait,
ex?
do you miss her?
I miss that. I miss that version.
That specific thing.
He just starts crying.
Wait,
All right, we
are-
gotta take a break. Neil's lost his
Both of y'all married or
I'm married.
you're married and then
In
you
a
just
relationship.
in a
2
relationship?
years.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a fun.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
great.
Was she a groupie before or anything?
No.
Whoa,
actually,
brother.
Oh, okay. Hey, dude, I'm just asking the hard hitting questions right now.
We
bro.
actually did the very modern thing and met on Bumble. It was great.
Bumble.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
good
it
job,
works.
dude.
Which one's Bumble?
That's gonna
Is that
end in
where
flames.
Bumble's the one where
But
the
Nick
girl
talked
has to reach
first.
out
I love it.
Yeah.
No, but on Bumble, Nick talks.
That's so funny. I reached out to her on Bumble.
Yeah, I just sent her a dick pic. I love it. It's the same as all the other apps, dude.
It's unsolicited, but look at this thing.
Wait, being on the dating apps as like a musician, did
was a guy from
were
Star
people
Wars'
recognizing you?
This is
Did you get recognized a
Not
lot?
as often as it's been a minute. Not as often as you would think.
Okay.
And then there's part of it that people don't believe it's you.
Really?
Yeah. Which is funny. We might be saying the same thing.
Go ahead.
The kid from The Sopranos. He
Yeah.
says when he's on Hinge in Jersey, girls match with him and don't believe that it's him.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what about the ones that pretend they don't know you?
That's the creepiest
Happened to me
one.
once,
Creepy.
honestly. Happened to me once.
It
What'd
just
you
happened
do?
to-
Really?
We hung out. I don't hold it again. It just really depends what kind of person they are.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
But there was one date where I remember like 3 hours into a date and like they we were just outside at a bar, and she took like her sweatshirt off and had a tattoo, and I was just like, come on, like just tell me.
A Bayside tattoo,
don't just like
dude?
casually reveal your Bayside tattoo, you know?
Yeah, but did you
mentioned at all?
Did you on the Bayside tattoo though?
Come on,
On
dude.
the shoulder.
These are the hard-hitting questions.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna stop now.
The shoulder would be a weird spot, I feel like, to finish.
That's actually my thing.
Yeah,
On
shoulders?
the shoulder, Neil.
No, when people on my shoulder.
Oh, right.
Is that that's a put your head on my
Yeah.
shoulder and then
We,
let it rip?
we come on the shoulders of giants.
Gross. My hair's too long for that.
That was
Feel
very
comfortable.
underrated, dude.
It
That
was.
very underrated.
You know what?
Hey.
You guys, let me know if you want me to say something funny. I'll just say.
When did we start recording?
Oh, we
Oh,
started.
brother, we are.
Oh, that's all
my-
on.
weird.
That's
That's my
on the
favorite
record.
thing.
We have already been canceled, Nick.
Oh,
I feel,
man, I
I
love
feel like
that.
that's my favorite. Every podcast, someone should say that at least
Yeah.
once.
When do we start?
Like 10 minutes in.
Okay, now we're actually starting. Now we are starting, though.
What's it like joining Bayside? It's a band that's already doing stuff. You know, how old were
Well,
you?
I mean, I was 24. You joined a year before me. So he was 2003, I was 2004.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
kind of sorry, but like local lore, like you were as big as Bayside, like
Yeah.
because you had already played in the movie Life and Silent Majority, like you were like a guy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it wasn't like a secret who you
Like,
were.
I know
It was
Neil
like,
since I was 15 and before I was in bands. You know,
Wow.
so.
It'd be like if someone like someone established joins another. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I don't know.
I hear that,
Like
actually.
Zach Wilde joining Pantera. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what's it like joining Pantera? It's like I don't know. What's it like playing with Zach Wilde in your band?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
It's like I've been buddies with these guys forever. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
It was interesting though. I mean, we both have totally different backgrounds before we joined the band, but like I was in bands, but at that point I was 24 and I felt like the opportunity to be in a band that had a booking agent and a record label and was
Yeah.
touring. I was like, this is my last shot. I'm getting old, and I was 24.
And you didn't know how dire it was when
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
in there
yeah,
too.
totally.
You're like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like, they have a van, they have a tour booked already, and I'm like, I kind of gave up on music because after Silent Majority broke up in whatever 2001 or whatever it was.
what was your band? Keep Breathing after
Keep
that?
Breathing was when I just started to like get back into it with like X Movie Life and Mikey Giacovina. We were Alex from Movie Life and Mikey Giacovina. We were just starting to play, so I was just like kind of just getting back into it, and that's when I met Anthony. We
Yeah.
worked together, and I literally had the thought, I'm getting old. I should give this one more shot.
Straight up.
And that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So he just asked you if you wanted to join.
The actual thing that happened. So at the time, I worked at Roosevelt Field Mall in Garden City, Long Island. And
You were working at a mall?
Yeah, at Urban Outfitters. That
think
was
I
like the
remember
first
this.
Oh, kinda
Urban
sick, actually.
Outfitters in a
All right.
mall, and now they're all in a mall basically. But our friend Heather Nizer was like, "Hey, my friend Anthony needs a job for, and he's not on tour, and I figure you like would understand that because I was like the men's store manager then, so I could hire people." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, send him in." And he worked a couple of shifts, and they were about to go on tour. You were in the band by then.
Yeah.
They were about to go on tour with Fall Out Boy. And
Hell yeah,
That's
shout
why I
out.
brought the
my
shirt.
bass player was gonna quit, and so he went on tour and came back. He's like, my bass player and my drummer quit.
He's not a
Okay.
bass player so much. Just to be clear, I played bass on that
Jack
record.
played bass on the first record.
Oh no.
The other guy, I'm not going to talk about him more than just to call him the other guy, but the other guy didn't even come to the studio. So I had just joined Bayside, and it was like 3 weeks later, it was like, we did like one tour, and it was like, we're going to the studio to do Sirens. And me and Jim and Anthony showed up at the studio, and I was like,
Where's the other
Where's
guy?
the other guy? He was like, you're going to play bass. And I was like, wait, what?
I'm gonna pull one on. I'm gonna do that next record.
No, I love it. I love that.
Play bass.
I tell you what, man. There's nothing that brings me greater satisfaction to be in a band with 3 other people that are
Wait,
all
was
good
that
at
was
what
that
they
a
do.
was that a contentious departure when the other
Oh, yeah.
guy left? And,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. The drummer and Andrew, Jim and Andrew left after the Fall Out Boy tour, and Jim was like, "Listen, this just isn't cut out for. I'm not cut out for this. I can't do this. This has been only about a year at the time." I was like, and he's like the same age as me. We're all like in our late 40s at this point. So I was like, he's like, I just don't want to do this.
I mean, I kind of mention this on stage every night because it's our 25th anniversary and we're talking a lot about just being a band for so long.
Yeah.
But like our first record had a lot of expectations. It was on Victory Records, who at that point
Yeah,
had
dude.
Thursday and Taking Back Sunday when
Yeah.
it blow up, and they were touting Bayside as like the next one of those, and it didn't happen. And I think that's probably why Jim also left. He's like, it didn't happen. You know, like it kind of just we have to be a working class band.
But that was
whatever,
that was the first record,
that was our first
and they expected that to just.
Because
because it happened to everybody else.
Yeah,
Right.
and then the band that came out directly after us was Hawthorne Heights, and we had played shows with Hawthorne Heights under the name Day in the Life in Columbus, Ohio, where it was the same band, just different name.
Yeah.
So we had been playing shows with them for, at that point, like a year or so. Whenever we'd go through, they'd open the shows, and then they got signed to Victory, and their record, which was The Silence in Black and White, went like platinum.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
immediately. So
Ohio
that was
is
the
for
band
lovers,
they
dude.
thought
Yeah.
we were. They were like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe this band will be the next band.
so
And then they
weird.
were the next band.
Because that was the name of Josh and George's other
Wonder
band,
Matter, right?
A Day in the Life.
Day in the Life?
Yeah, weird.
Dude, that is kind of tough though to have that level of expectation on your first record,
But-
dude.
Yeah.
But
it
Victory-
there was like hubris from
But
the record label owner. He was just
Yeah.
like, I did this.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing this again. And
Yeah.
obviously.
Also, there really is. I mean, there was not support from labels the way that, like, I don't know. I guess when I think maybe I don't know if it was the same for you, but when we signed, I was like, we're on a label. They're gonna pay for this and this and this, and then we get there. I was like, there's no money. You're not dying. Like, I'm not giving you any
Bad
money.
Brain shirt at the warehouse. That's about all we could get.
Come shopping. Yeah, go in the warehouse. Take what you like. Man,
Meanwhile,
let me
he's
look at
probably,
what'd you
probably
get.
like adding it to what we have to
Yeah,
read.
straight up.
It's like Bad Brain shirt,
Yeah.
$50.
That guy Jack took like $500 worth of Blood for Blood merch.
Oh, dude, I was talking to Aaron Gillespie from Under Oath about kind of this same thing, right? And how they were so successful. They were on tour. They were playing all these shows, selling hundreds of thousands of records, and they weren't getting anything from it.
Were they Tooth and Nail? They weren't. They must have been Tooth and Nail. That's like a Christian band.
Solid State, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Christian market is so weird though. You have such built-in fans too. It's crazy. Like I work with this guy Matt who's in a band Reliant K, and I know the way that they
Oh,
do
yeah,
tours.
dude, Reliant
And it's
K.
like one of those things where you're like, dude, you have gold records. You got immediately launched into this fan base that are like,
Yeah.
we like it. And they're like, what does it sound like? We don't fucking care. Like, bring it in. I was like, that's how you get a couple gold records. But like, I feel like I'm not saying that I think Under Oath is a great band. I think Reliant K is a great band. But it's interesting the way that they get in, and Under Oath's like, we were big right away. It's like, you were a Christian market band. Like, wham. Like,
Well, they had
here's your
God
fan
on their
base.
side.
That's true. They had the whole armor of God on their side,
Yeah.
dude.
Armor of God. I'm fucked.
I have
Whatever
God
the
in
opposite
anime
of
on my
armor of
side.
God is what I've got.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's so intense though. Like that level of expectation is, I mean,
I think that was like internalized though. Like that was like because of the other bands around
yeah.
Bayside. Like people definitely expected a couple of bands to blow up that just end up being like Sleeping and like how you said working class bands.
Yeah.
But like they didn't blow up, but I mean
Well,
clearly
dude, I was about to say, dude.
worked out great for
Yeah.
I mean, it's
everyone.
work and it's
20
love,
years
you know?
later.
The whole
Yeah.
time. I mean,
Yeah.
and not like some other bands where it's like they go away for a long
Yeah.
time. Like, yeah, pretty consistent.
I mean, if I ever, especially in the last year, like I remember being on conference calls for years with the rest of the band, our manager, kind of just being like, hey, the way the world works right now is like, we kind of have to make this, we have to present to our fans that this is special, or else it's just going to be another tour. You know, like we have to do this. We're doing 2 nights everywhere, and we made sure it says 25th anniversary everywhere, because it's just, everything, no matter what, on social media is disposable.
Yeah.
So it's like if we don't say that this is important and an anniversary, it might just go over people's heads. And you know, for the most part, it's working. But like, it's also like an accomplishment for the 4 of us. Like
Yeah.
consistency is something that bands
That's
in our genre
crazy.
don't have. Like,
Yeah.
So
every
true.
band right now, not every band, most bands right now are celebrating something they did 20 years ago. That was big.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 years ago we were the smallest we were.
Yeah.
And right now is the biggest we've ever been. Like, I want to celebrate that. That's like
Yeah.
difficult to do. You know?
the genre's the biggest it's ever been too.
Dude.
Like, I mean, Taking Back Sunday tours are bigger than they were. Dude, the Rejects coming out party like this, like
All the home
era
shows and
of-
stuff.
Forget that, like the summer tour with Motion City and Newfound, like that was the biggest headlining tour they've ever done.
Yeah.
And they were like on the radio for, I mean, how many hits in a row? You know?
Well, I'll say this because I went to Brand New the other day, and
That's a tough one, dude.
pretty fucking rad.
Neil-
but
Neil's
I'll
shaking
say,
already.
I'll say
I've
seen Brand
Come sit over
New.
here now.
my feelings are complex.
He's a. No, he.
You know, my friends work for
I don't
Hey,
have
look,
it.
I got free tickets. All right,
I don't have any
Anyway,
feelings at
but,
all anymore.
But anyways, Dude, that was the biggest I've ever seen them.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like getting canceled is the new making it. Like
They're an anomaly from
There's-
the day one till now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
They were the one. They were the one.
Yeah.
Like they were like demoing for major labels,
Yeah.
and they were the one. And
well, I mean, was it them or Taking Back Sunday?
no,
I think it
they
was brand
were
new.
the
It
was them?
one.
They also couldn't do anything wrong. I feel like they tried
why-
to self-sabotage every step of the way.
Oh, no, they did a pretty good job.
They did. No,
finally worked.
No, but like up until
Finally
that
stuck.
happened, it was like everything they did, they were turning down like Rolling Stone interviews. They were like kind of just downplaying all of that success, and it kept compounding, and they were
Yeah.
just getting bigger and bigger. And well, then they did the one thing you can't do.
Right.
Apparently you can though. Apparently it's totally fine.
You go away for
I
10
talk
years
about
and then-
it for whatever it is, 8, 9, 10 years. It's like the only people I've seen post about brand new in the last 10 years were women. And I'm like, do you not know or do you not care? And that made me just think. I think it's a combination of people who don't know what happened and a combination of people who don't care.
People don't care.
And that's thousands of people.
I think people.
it's an
just
arena
don't
of
care.
people.
How is it? It's so hard to care about anything with the way everything is now. Like I feel like everyone's been so
People don't care.
desensitized to everything that you're like, well, that doesn't matter
I
that
think
much
also-
compared to this.
I think there's a vibe in the room where it was like this guy does something bad and goes into timeout for nearly a decade off the fucking grid.
Big boy time now.
Well, yeah, I mean he did a bad thing. He did
Yeah.
a bad,
Just hiding out in Nashville.
and
yeah.
just dipped out, didn't hear anything. He came out, apologized, owned it. I did it. I'm sorry. I'm going away. And then he was gone for nearly a decade. And then you start hearing hints, rumors it's coming back. And then the interest. And then he does
Yeah.
those acoustic shows in Silver Lake, and
Dude,
there's
it was-
lines out the door, and
It
it's
was
like,
so gross. When I saw those first few solo shows go up, I was like, "Oh, this is a tester. This is so gross."
yeah.
And they blew out, and I was like, "Well,
Yeah, I'm not.
this ain't
I'm
bad."
definitely not a separate the art from the artist person. So if someone I like
Interesting.
does something, it's just
That's
okay,
it.
Bye bye.
So
good.
we have had this exact
Yeah.
conversation, dude.
I mean,
Because
that's not for everyone.
Neil's the same way.
No, there's levels.
Sure.
I feel like some of the things he did, whatever. We've talked about this
Right.
ad nauseum. I say some of the things he did hit a little too close to home for me.
Sure.
For
Fair.
me to ever be okay with it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, there's stuff that I
because
know
of
that
boys.
he did that isn't even the stuff that he got in trouble
That's
for.
what
you know?
I'm
Right. Okay. Well, I don't.
See that, and that's the context
I'm more
that
bummed
Neil
out about
had,
that
yeah.
stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
I
makes me
mean,
sound like a prick,
I'm
though.
kind
Yeah,
of
but
a,
it's like I hate the other stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm glad he
Yeah.
got what was coming.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I wish it was for that. I wish he didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah,
Because that's
sure.
it. I wish nobody got hurt.
It's tough for me because I'm a little bit of a fence rider on this one. Because I do want to separate the art from the artist, but the thing that he was publicly accused of doing, not the stuff that y'all know about, that to me is almost like an unforgivable thing in my world, like for my personal morality. But then at the same time, it's it's kind of like Matt said, like, hey, you went into obscurity for 10 years. You allegedly took it seriously, even though Neil might feel a little bit differently about it. But
I don't
it's
know
a
the guy.
tough one for me, dude. But I mean, was the vibe at the show, Matt? Was everyone just going
Nobody
bonkers?
cares.
You're gonna hate to hear this. But,
It was huge, and everyone had a good time. Sure, yeah. But I think that that's
I
if
mean-
there's that many people who are still like stoked about it, then
I mean, there are a lot of people's favorite band. I haven't had the difficult scenario where I had to separate the art from the artist of my favorite band. You
Yeah.
know, like if it
Yeah.
was literally my favorite
Totally.
band.
if Bad Religion
think-
came out with some
yeah,
weird stuff, would you be
yeah.
like, oh, this
Totally.
is going to be
It would-
hard?
It would be tough.
Yeah.
But, hopefully I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone to a brand new show in 2018. It's just that all this time happens, and also it's like I got somebody gave me tickets. Somebody that works.
Hell yeah.
You weren't
I was
financially supporting it.
Yeah, I wasn't like, and I
Did
and
you-
I only
did you
bought
buy merch? Did
I
you
only
buy
bought
merch?
only the bootleg from the parking lot.
Okay, all right. Had to make sure it wasn't going to them.
Nope. Went to some dude Daryl. I Venmo'd him.
Daryl. Yeah. Nice. Dude.
$10.
Love that.
We actually had
That's weird. Is doing that bad. Daryl said it.
He's like, guys, I used to be. I was. You remember that?
10 months.
He's like, merch.
Oh, dude, I was just talking about the other day. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. I almost OD'd in my car at an IKEA parking lot to that song. You know, and what a
That you should have just that would have been a good place to just die. You should have committed to that. Like,
just go all the way
yeah,
through. Dude,
IKEA.
IKEA, like the underground parking garage at an IKEA, and I was just like,
You're already
listening
underground.
to that song, windows down, just railing it. You know what I mean,
Go
dude?
upstairs to one of the closet displays.
Dude, if I had a plate of Swedish meatballs in front of me, I might have just ended it all right there.
Just
I got everything I
That's
need.
pretty good. I
get
don't
in
think
one
it's
of the
going to get much better.
bathtubs. Express a couple of arteries and just lay there like the janitor sweeping up
Yeah.
in the night. Ah!
Oh, God. This one's a little too real.
These displays are getting bananas.
He has to,
Halloween already?
he has to put together his own coffin. Instructions.
No, they fill the tub with lingonberry sauce, and then he dissolves, and they put you in a barrel out back.
Where the hell is part Q?
Yeah.
Those horrible little fucking twisty things that don't ever work.
Oh, I have so
I got
many.
a
hate
coffin full
IKEA,
of
dude.
loose screws.
I wish, you know what? I wish
Parts.
I had and caused like a national incident, you know? Man,
yeah.
this is an IKEA parking lot.
Do you think they treated it like Disney, where they wouldn't tell anyone? They'd be like, put them
Oh,
on the back.
No
for
one's
sure,
ever died
dude.
in an IKEA.
Yeah, they would have
Always
buried me under the
died
parking lot for
just
sure.
outside of the park.
Yeah.
They would Jimmy
Tough
Hoffa me
break.
at the IKEA parking lot.
They
Anyway,
say
sorry.
5 miles from your home, and also right outside Disney
That
World.
that was such a tangent, dude, about Dylan or Daryl or whatever the fuck.
I got to Long Island. Everyone was like, well, of course you know this and this and this. And I was like, dude, I lived in Boston. I was listening to like just tech metal and prog.
Hell
and then
yeah.
like I joined Bayside. I was like, you're in a pop punk band, basically. I was like, all
Right?
right, let's change
You guys-
gears.
You could definitely explain this to me, but why is that genre, your genre, so prominent from that region?
I don't know, because it's Jersey too. It's Philly, you know.
Because when I'm young,
Probably because I want to say because there are big bands for smaller bands to look up to. You know.
oh
Like,
yeah,
that's probably it.
yeah. The bar's high.
yeah.
Also, just population density. Like because of Long Island, there were so many like DIY
Yeah.
venues. I feel like, and in Massachusetts, we had so many DIY venues. So like,
Oh,
Hardcore
dude, the Mideast, Tammany Hall.
yeah, fuck yeah, like
I wanna
TT the Bears, like the
Yep.
old Harper's Ferry, like, and then in Worcester, places like the Wag and like
That's
Met
where-
in
that's where I grew up,
Providence,
dude.
Living Room, yeah,
Yeah.
like all those like I know from like Boston hardcore stuff. It was like all those bands and like kind of just creating scenes. But I feel like with Long Island, maybe I'm wrong, but like Long Island, you had so many. You get a couple bands with success, and then you get a bunch of copycats who all want
Yeah.
to go to shows. So they start opening these venues, and they're all trying to be that band.
I think that's like a cultural thing everywhere forever. You know what I mean? Like glam metal was like mostly Southern California, LA,
Yep.
Hollywood, Boulevard, Sunset Strip. And then grunge was mostly Seattle.
Yeah, Pacific
Or as an
Northwest,
origin
yeah.
point, yeah.
And then stoner rock is mostly Texas and Arizona and like desert. And then like
And my bedroom, where I smoke pot
my
and play
porch,
guitar.
yeah. But do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, this
I mean,
was the time
Midwestern
capsule for
emo
this.
is a whole genre, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That
It
is-
is, but it's like that's basically Omaha. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, there's Saddle Creek. That's where it comes from. But it's like all the bands
Yeah.
aren't from there.
Mm-hmm.
But like you can go to Gary, Indiana. There might be a couple good bands there, but you don't have enough people to
Sure.
like have a scene. So
Yeah,
it's just
but like once in a while, a Hawthorne Heights breaks through because they like
Right.
bomb on or whatever.
Because they've
Yeah.
got enough fent, you know,
yeah.
in Ohio
And
specifically.
then everyone else in Dayton was like, oh, I was hoping it was going to be me. We're like, no, just drink the
There
water.
can only
and
be one.
every
Dude.
time I've gone to Dayton, something happens. I don't know if it's like whatever it is, but like all the blood vessels in my eyes burst. And it's like me and my wife are like, what's going on in Dayton? Why is this happening every time I come here? I'd be like, I
Dude,
don't know.
Ohio is cursed. Ohio is cursed. I mean, you've got so many good musicians and comedians that have come out of Ohio, but that place as a region is
It's a weird spot, man. But I feel like, don't they use that as sort of like a barometer for the entire U.S.?
Yeah.
Like, that's the U.S. It's Ohio. Be like, what?
Swing state, right?
It is also
I
a
think
swing
it's
state, yeah.
also a lot of fast food places test.
That's Columbus,
I think that
right?
Columbus. They all test things
Because the
there.
whole thing is a 20-minute city. You know what I mean? Like the whole state is suburb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole state. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Man,
this is
Ohio.
fucking-
No, please.
Well, I always,
I hate
you're-
that
You'll
place.
be the only one to get this and might even disagree, but like when I say I'm from New York, comma, Long Island, and I say it's just suburban, it might as well be Ohio. You know, like
100%.
there's just more Italian people.
No, you got way more bagel stores, pizza shops, and BP gas stations
Yeah,
than
but-
anywhere than Ohio.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like Ohio just feels like everywhere is a suburb, everywhere's a strip mall,
Yeah.
everywhere's like chain restaurants. There's like maybe a cool
Not
like
Long
record
Island.
store, maybe a cool just like like oh Babylon there's a cool record store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like and then there's just like nothing until you get to Sayville, and then there's a cool record store.
Dude, where I don't know why I haven't asked this for other bands before, but like, where is your favorite place to play? Like, where do you love just going and the crowds are just sick
I mean,
and the
it
venues
is
are dope?
crowd based, I would say. You
Yeah.
know, like I mean, speaking of Ohio, when we play Cincinnati, it goes off. When we play
Yeah.
Cleveland, it doesn't really. You know, so it's such a bizarre thing. How I mean, obviously America is changing a lot, and it's very like culturally different everywhere.
Yeah,
you go.
bro, we're getting great
But-
again, dude. Yeah, that's what's happening.
That's what that feels. I've been confusing that
so
feeling
sorry.
with existential dread. I didn't know.
But like New York, obviously where we're from, is great, but it's equal to Chicago. It's equal to Southern California. It's equal to Vegas.
Yeah.
It's equal to
Here.
Austin. You know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
we don't necessarily get like a hometown bump in New York like other bands might get in their hometown. But those are, Chicago's
Yeah.
always been a second home to us.
For sure.
We
Okay.
do well there.
Yeah.
But it really is just when the crowd is good. But that is like culturally a
Yeah.
thing,
It's
like
changing.
Atlanta, not great. We play there every tour. Not
Really?
Great,
Atlanta
Yeah,
might be the weakest market
so-
for us in all of the.
I have a theory about like the crowd stuff just from doing like band stuff for so long and then comedy for so long. Like, I really believe that like the venue cultivates the crowd
100%,
culture.
definitely.
Yeah.
So like if you have a place like Bogart's you're playing all the time, and every time you come back for 20 years, you're
Yeah.
Bogart's. That crowd's gonna react better than 1 week we're at the Agora, one
Yeah.
week we're at the Grog, 1 week we're at wherever the.
True.
Yeah.
Or if the venue's nicer, like the older you get as a ticket holder, you want to go nicer. Nicer
That's true,
spot,
yeah.
You know,
For
so
sure.
like when we play some places, and for generally where the capacities we're playing are nicer places, but there's been one or two, and I'm like, I wonder how many hundreds of people didn't come because they don't want to come to this part of town.
This little
This
hole,
venue.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
or like
Dude,
there's no
true.
parking.
That's so
or-
true.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, speaking of Chicago, one of my favorite clubs to play is the Den Theater in Chicago. Have you played there?
I don't think so.
Oh, it is so nice, and it's exactly what Neil's talking about, where they have cultivated a crowd that understands why they're coming there, that loves to watch comedy, and it's just such a fucking blast, dude.
Yeah, I think the venues, and when it comes to comedy, the venues matter more than anything.
Yeah.
There's like technical
Oh,
low
forget
ceiling,
that.
low
Yeah,
stage,
that's-
like close.
that's
You
a
know what I
whole
mean? Like,
nother-
because you'll play places that are just got it all wrong. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they just, you don't even need to have comedy.
What is your favorite worst shit you could walk into when you go to a club when you guys are performing?
What do you
like,
mean worse?
Well, like
oh, the
we have a
TV's
thing.
on.
No, but like for us, like we have a thing that's like there's a pole right in the middle of the stage. There's like two support poles right
I'll
up
tell
there.
you.
Like
Pole that
I'll
you
tell you,
can't
there's a
take
lot of
down.
things, but
Yeah.
for me personally, the worst thing is when I went, I could hear like Warped Tour, which is fine. I'm in their territory, right? Like this is a music thing. I'm the comedian here. But when I hear bands everywhere, I use silence in my comedy. It's attention. So they strip me of this tool that I have to, so now I'm like rapid fire. I'm quicker. I have to adjust my whole thing.
yeah.
Sound bleed in any venue sucks.
Yeah.
Yo, opening for bands, if the bars,
Yes.
like if the Starland where it's like right here,
Oh yeah.
versus House of Blues, Philadelphia, Fillmore, Philadelphia, where the bar is like all the way
All
in
the
the
way.
back.
Yeah.
Way better.
Dude, it's night and day.
Anytime the bar is in the same room as the stage
yeah,
in
yeah.
comedy sucks.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit away. It doesn't matter how far it is. Comedy takes so much focus and attention that has to be the only thing that's going on in the room. When you have a bar in there, there's working going on.
Yep.
And also, I don't get why there's comedy clubs that they're like legit comedy clubs and they have the bar in the room. Okay, well, yeah, because they shoehorned a comedy club into this business and they try to make, and you can't do anything about that. Fine, it could almost work, but stop using the shaky drinks.
Yeah, dude, we don't need
Like-
craft cocktails
Yeah,
at
who's
the comedy show.
ordering a martini?
Who's getting an old fashioned right now?
I'm sitting here talking about,
Just give me the bucket of beer. You get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
You guys have done Acme.
No.
Minneapolis?
I have not. No,
Uh-uh.
I know the club. But
The bar's in a different room. There's a service window. So they close the window and they're shaking drinks.
Nice.
Aren't most
dude.
places
That's
just
sick.
actual table service though, like the store or like
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
that's
bar is
like-
in the.
Well, like
not the
Zany's
store,
too in
but-
Nashville.
Yeah.
The bar is like right at the back.
Like the
of the room.
mothership, it's all tape. It's
But that's
table
far enough
service.
away you don't hear
This
it.
is why
Yeah.
you got to get lucky with the venue, like whatever the layout of the thing. Well, Mothership is an anomaly.
Yes.
You never get a comedy club owner who's also a comedian who also has infinite funds
Has all
to
the
do
money, yeah.
whatever he wants to do. It's the most user-friendly comedy club. Anything he wants, the best of anything.
To the point that Louis came in and said, "Lower the ceilings a little bit."
So I'll show you guys next time we're there, but you'll see in the ceiling where like there's a drop for a few feet, and it wasn't there before Louis C.K. came in during the construction of it all, and Joe's showing him around. And he's like, dude, drop the ceiling like 4 feet and just trust me.
Yeah.
And Joe just like,
Okay.
and it's done. He also they did something with the floor because it was a movie theater. It was
Right.
an Alamo Draft House. So there was there was
Like a grade on the floor. yeah.
Right. So he like changed the floor. No comedy club could do that. Like,
No, like what's wrong with this building? Like so much, but like it's fine.
Yeah.
Slap
No,
some
it's not
duct
even
tape
just-
on it. Let's go.
Yeah, the rest of us are just like praying and hoping that we
Like
just some venue at all, really.
which is awesome. But then you find something that's magical, like the Comedy Store, where it just
Yeah.
somehow seems to work, and it's sloppy. I mean, when you go into the Comedy Store, especially the original room, there's that window to the side of the stage. There's no reason why comedy should work like that.
Right.
But it somehow is fine. And I'm up there, and I could hear the bar, I could hear people, I could hear the music they're playing. And part of the Comedy Store is like all the distractions you got to fight through. As a comedian performing there, there's lots of obstacles. But that's also what,
That's some of the allure, yeah. That
and
you're
that's
right
what
there on
Mitzi
Sunset.
wanted,
yeah.
and she has the lights in your face, and she wanted to make it hard so you get better, because it's really, anytime you guys see a comedian, you're watching practice.
Yeah.
That's all we do is practice. So
That's terrifying. Like when I think about any comparison of what we do and you guys do, I'm like, you imagine we had to write songs in front of people?
Yeah.
Like how
imagine
insanely-
learning how to play bass in
Totally.
front of people.
Yeah,
Learning.
it's terrible.
Yeah, not writing, learning.
Learning. Yeah. I'm
Learning,
like,
yeah.
It's insane. And
Well,
so
that's okay because comedy fans are usually super open-minded and like
Yeah,
really,
dude,
really
they're
understand.
Go ahead.
They just hate your guts, dude.
Well, that's just it. It's like you got to get your heart develops a callus because it's like it hurts. I mean, the first decade,
Dude, you
it's
sound
just-
so emo right now, Matt.
it hurt me
My
forever.
wrist has a callus on it because of you.
Why are they not laughing? I hope Mitzi likes me.
You're not my real dad.
Do you feel like the Comedy Store works though just because it's such an institution? And I feel like from a fan perspective,
Yeah.
it's like from a spectator perspective,
Yeah.
I would go to the Comedy Store.
Right, the name.
Not even who, I don't care who's
Right.
playing. I
That-
just
yeah.
want to go to the Comedy
That's the
Store and
cult.
I'm going as a receptive
So
audience.
I'll say this because I got to the Comedy Store in 2007 and it was dead. It had been dead. You know what it was? There were like embers. Like something big had happened at one point, but it was like the smoke was there. It like just
They all OD'd on
post-apocalyptic.
speedballs, dude.
I mean, it literally was like, and not only just the Comedy Store, but back then, stand-up comedy was like the lowest form of live entertainment. It's down there with we're in there with strippers. You know what I mean? Even they were getting paid better than us.
Yeah, I was
But
about to say strippers are pretty great.
Nobody was going to shows or anything like that, but the Comedy Store was there, and I think that even kind of made a cool punk rock thing to it, where it was this underground. Because I'm in there, I mean, I'm a door guy in 07, parking people's cars, seating
Yeah.
the audience, and Sebastian's going up. Or like Ari Shaffir, these guys that are now huge draws. Back then, this is before social media. So like whoever came to a comedy show didn't come for a specific comedian.
Yeah.
They came because like the Comedy Store,
Comedy
I
Store.
guess. But it wasn't that many
Cultivating
people.
our culture.
And it always felt like, especially like a Sebastian who's like an arena act now, this guy, he was like my favorite. So I would like take a break when he was on just to watch and study and learn. But the people in there, it really felt like it was a secret. It was like this cool, like Fight Club type thing where nobody knows the magic that goes on in this building.
Dude, Steve Trevino tells a story about how him, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and Theo Vaughn would go to the store. They would do their sets, and these are my like household names now. But they would go, they would do their sets, and then they would go get something to eat, just to hang out, talk about their sets, and write more. And that is so sick to me, dude, because nobody knew who these guys were at the time.
But that's how everyone in New York operates.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't been here long enough and like developed a little crew for that. But coming up in New York, that's 100% what it was. We all went, did our spots, as many as we could, took little breaks in the middle to grab something to eat and like work on bits with each other. And then
I'll say the culture in Austin, because it's like, it's always just been LA and New York.
Yeah.
And there's obviously clubs around everywhere, but Austin is the first other scene that really is getting big.
Well, it felt like it was built for you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel
live entertainment.
But I feel like when Rogan did that, I feel like he was like, "Hey, just this is a place you guys can all come out
Tony
to."
Hinchcliffe
and like,
was the original guy.
Was he?
Like, he's the one that made the first move.
What do you mean?
Tony Hinchcliffe, when he came to Austin, or was it Joe first?
It was Joe.
Oh, it was Joe first?
Tony came because he had shows, and then he just stayed because nothing else was open. This is the pandemic,
Right?
So then everything else happens.
Oh, sorry.
No, please.
I have
Can I do this
said,
in here? Can I do this?
Yeah,
Of course. Okay.
it's not up to us. I have said that the reason Austin is so successful at like switching to comedy was Austin is the only entertainment city that doesn't have another thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like Nashville, you also have like country music and like that kind of stuff. And New York, you also have like tourism and all the
Broadway.
bullshit.
Sports.
Broadway,
Yeah.
sports.
Sports, yeah.
LA, you also have whatever the fuck LA brings to the table. New
Film
Orleans,
industry,
you
yeah.
have drinking.
Well, Austin's been considered the live music capital
Yeah, I
of
was
the
going
world.
to say,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
I've
It's an
always thought
entertainment
about this
city.
as being like more rock and roll than
Yeah.
Nashville, which is more
South by
hockey
Southwest,
talk. But
ACL, yeah.
Totally. And when just
Yeah.
like walking
But
down here
it's
and hearing music.
It's entertainment for the sake of entertainment
Right.
versus entertainment as something to keep you there doing
Right.
something else, whether it's casinos or
Yep.
whatever.
That's such a good point, Neil. Yeah, it really is just entertainment.
Also,
in
like
Austin.
the comedians are very young. Like I'm one of the old guys, and the kids are. It's great because they're getting so much practice, like way more practice than we were getting in the mid 2000s. Because
And
there just wasn't
exposure, too. Like,
exposure. Well,
Kill Tony and
Tony.
stuff? Yeah.
I mean, now you could. Yeah, I knew Cam Patterson. He was just a good kid. And just starting, like literally just starting. Obviously, we all knew there was something special.
Oh, yeah,
every
dude.
now and then you get this where somebody comes in and it's like they're touched by the hand of God. He was made to do it, you know?
yeah.
I met
And-
him on his way to Austin.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
from where was it, Orlando or something?
Yeah, I met him in like.
But that could have never happened back in the day. Like there was never a medium for a comedian to blow up. The industry had to choose you,
Right.
you know?
crazy.
But out here, these guys are so young, and there's not too many old guys like me, but it's so fresh and there's no bitterness. Because in LA and New York, they're old hardened cities, and they've been around for a long time. It's concrete. It is what it is. It's stuck in its ways, and it could be isolating, and there's a lot of bitterness. Whereas
yeah.
here, everybody's just so excited, and the kids' excitement excites me, and they love talking about it. They love talking about the jokes.
Hell yeah.
Like back in LA, we weren't really talking about material. Like I come into the green room at the mothership, and there's kids that they probably look up to me, but they watch and they're like, "Hey, that's funny when you said this," and they'll even have like an idea, and I'm like, "Damn, dude." And now we're talking. And then you know what that makes me want to do? Go watch them. And if I see something, say
Hell yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It's
Hell
way
yeah.
more artistically inclined here than it is. It is just about the stand-up and the craft. Whereas
Yeah.
the other places, they feel
Status
more
fighting
about
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Just
about
like,
this.
I can't let that guy be better than me.
Right.
Fuck that guy. Yeah.
And now it's like, I mean, when I first got here 2 years ago, the bar still wasn't that high. The big comics we all kind of came around the same time. I mean, there were guys here that were here for a few years. Then the mothership opens, and I'm the first Comedy Store paid regular to jump ship. And then Shane Gillis comes in, and then, now we got all these guys that literally were there, and every day there's like more people that are moving out that are good. So now the bar is
Hell
like,
yeah.
we're all getting better.
I say that in New York or in Austin, when you come to Austin as an outsider, everyone in Austin is like, "Let me show you how cool Austin is."
Yeah.
In New York, everyone wants to show you how cool they are. You know, so it's like very similar in like the quality and the craftsmanship.
And LA, it's let me show you how cool these people I know are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's similar in like craftsmanship, but then like there's like I don't want to 100% agree with you on the no bitterness and whatever, because I think you have
You're bitter?
Well, no, I'm currently in a bit of a crisis of confidence, but you're also coming at it, or you're looking at it at a different angle
Totally.
than I'm looking at it, and then some of the new people are looking at it. But I will say that there is and I know how hyped Austin is, there is a magicalness to it, because at any moment you can become Cam Patterson.
Yeah.
Right.
Gold Rush vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
cool.
it's also like obviously LA and New York are transplant cities. Like people go there to make it. And now that there's a third option, specifically like with comedy in Austin,
Yeah.
it's also a transplant city.
Yeah.
But because it's newer, the idea of let me show you how cool Austin is because it's newer. I think people come here and are like, I love this, let me show you. Where those other cities are known already. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you have
Yeah.
to show people how cool you are, or how people in LA, like I know cool people. It's like Austin, like still fresh. Like same thing when you moved to Nashville, you know? It's been a decade now.
I moved to
and it's
Nashville
like,
and it was like the total symbiosis relationship where everyone was like, oh, yeah, I got to introduce you to this producer. I got to come to this thing. We're going to meet all these, these are all these other great guitar players. I'm like, this is fucking sick. And I think that as it's becoming, Nashville's just grown probably like 3 times its size in the last 10 years. So at this point, I'm seeing less of that symbiosis, but also I'm a dad and I'm at home all the time now, so that might be happening.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling that when I see like different writing groups and stuff, because like my neighbor is a producer. Actually, Aaron Gillespie writes with my neighbor, so he's over
sick.
there and he'll hit me up and be like, yo, I'm next door, and I'll pop
Yeah.
in.
Because you're also on the other side of success. Because like when you're a young guitar player, you're a young comedian, you're more in that entrenched in the scene.
Yeah, I'm
right?
very grateful. I don't want to be like I'm grateful that I don't need to hustle so
That's
much.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like at this
dude.
point, I can.
Well,
I
it's
can
a different hustle.
That's where we're all
I mean,
trying to get to, honestly.
Yeah.
I want
My
to hustle like that. In
My
music.
hustle is
Yeah.
like at this point. My hustle is more like if I need fulfillment in different areas, and I need to like do things to provide for my kids and my family. But like, do I want to get out there? It's like, you want to go to NAMM and the after party and hang out with this dude? I'm
You
like,
don't have to.
I mean,
You have a tour.
Yeah.
Like you're selling tickets on the road. That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
Dude,
but am I the piece of shit? Because when people are like, "Oh, I'm so hungry, I just got here from fucking wherever," like, and I'm like, "Oh, let me introduce
No,
you to all
you're
these
the
people."
guy
I'm
that when
always
the
like,
kid
"I gotta
when
get
the
out of here."
kid when the kid is just coming in and whatever these after party things or these events where they may get a chance to meet you.
Yeah.
That's what they take with them. That's the inspiring thing.
Well, with that being said,
bring
then I
younger
think
bands on tour
I
when
think
we
that
can,
what
you know?
the
Right.
treatment that we're like known for when we take people on tour is that we are very much like the camp counselor who's like the cool camp counselor who's like, this is how you do it, this is how you be.
Yeah, you're touching
them,
dude.
Yeah, anxious. Like all these younger bands were like, yo, this is how you fucking kill it as a
Yeah.
band. Like treat everyone as if you're just doing the same job. Like
Yeah.
nobody's got an ego. If there's not enough room for everyone, then it's everyone's room. Do you know what I mean? Like if we have one dressing room and we have a bus and there's another band and it's like that band doesn't have a dressing room. We're like, no, that's your dressing room. We'll be on the bus, but we might come in and out and use the bathroom and stuff. So like in that respect, I think we're paying it back. But
That's sick.
Yeah, I mean,
their
it's important.
cool camp counselor experience was very different than mine. I will say that. You know what I mean?
What's that?
Just getting touched and stuff.
Well, that's the real experience. Yeah, you got the full.
That's the trauma
platter.
that makes you funny, dude.
we didn't necessarily have like a cool camp counselor though, because we definitely toured with some bands that told us like that showed us very specifically what not to be.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
Where we're
I
like,
learned-
dude, how in the fuck are you going to get away with that? And
I
then
learned
like,
by example that way,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what
yeah.
not to do.
yeah,
for
but I
sure.
think that we've never. I wouldn't say never, but it's rare that we've gone out with bands where we're like, that's rad. Like
Yeah,
that's.
I mean, it's for sure we genuinely care about who we bring on tour, both as like we like the bands and we make sure that they're good people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like it's important for us to, since we've been a band for so long, it's like there is like watering the seeds of the scene
Yeah.
type of thing, you know,
Well-
that has to happen.
Bringing these like newer, maybe up and coming bands on the road with you though, like, are these guys partying like crazy and you're just like, dude,
Not really.
no?
the party vibe is kind of dying out.
It
like,
really is. It really is. Any band that I've ever toured with, like they were all. I mean, maybe I got them when they were a little bit older and their parents and stuff, but there's never been Like even guys my age. Yeah, I've been on the road with bands my age, and they're like, we all just.
I'll drink a few
maybe
beers,
smoke some
and
weed,
smoke
maybe
some
have
pot,
a beer after, and
2
then
years ago was I Am the Avalanche in Koyo, and all it was backstage. It was 3 New York bands, so all it was backstage was everyone talking,
screaming
so
and
much
yelling.
louder
Yeah.
than they need to because they're all from Long Island. So that wasn't even like people were having beers, but they weren't like drunk. They were just from Long Island,
Yo,
and everyone is talking. up
Koyo
here.
brought a very interesting energy though.
Yeah.
Because like I remember
Because
outside,
they all hate each other in the funniest way possible.
No, but I remember outside White Eagle Hall. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah.
They brought their Long Island.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna fuck this guy up," and I'm like,
Hell yeah.
do you get the vibe when you bring out a young band that their expectation is that like
It's so weird because it's so culturally, generationally different now that younger kids they're more to themselves. because
Yeah.
they have
Totally.
had phones in
Oh
their
my
hands
God,
their whole
that's
life,
so
you know?
true.
So it's like I grew up quiet. Neil, you knew me for 2 years before you probably heard me speak.
Yeah.
But like kids are generally more like younger generations are just more to themselves and communicate.
So they're
on
all.
Their phone
I think what
more
you're
so.
saying is they're all autistic, dude.
I mean,
All the new bands are
I've always
autistic.
been.
You're Derek Sherman's age, right?
Probably. I'm about to be 45 in 5 weeks.
Oh hell yeah. We might have the same birthday, dude.
August 6th.
Oh no, July 26th.
That's my girlfriend's birthday.
whoa.
So surprise. Let me go change real quick.
I've
and you're
never
about to-
seen you both in the same place before.
My girlfriend?
You gonna tell them about Star Wars?
Yeah, that's how I do all that shit about Kyler.
Yeah.
Were you guys like a party band back in the day?
Not really.
Like,
No.
We drank. I mean,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I've done stuff for the story a lot, like with older bands that I kind of grew up listening to, where I'm like, I have an opportunity to do a bunch of drugs with these guys, like that's cool. But like, I was never like heavy drugs anyway. It was kind of just like I've always drank a lot and I've smoked pot a lot. And
Okay.
It's weird because I think because we've had to be working class and it's always about working and that we didn't have the opportunity necessarily to just be like, we have no responsibilities. Let's fuck
Oh
around.
man,
You
wouldn't
know?
that be something?
Yeah.
We're at a point right now. I'll
Wait,
take it a step
hold-
further
what the
to
fuck
say
are
that
you
we have
talking
less
about?
responsibilities.
Now
but
I
like
just don't
it's-
want to party.
But we're
That's
stressed.
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, I'd separate. No, this is home versus road. Wait, you're talking about the responsibilities? No, I have way more. But like when we're out,
You were a lunatic on tour.
huh?
You were drunk the whole day.
Not today.
I love this.
Well,
the inside track on it.
No, we don't party like
Nah,
that
dude,
anymore.
I was
like,
pretty
I-
chill.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this
I
guy.
was
Let me
years
clarify.
before I met you sober.
Oh, well, that's fair. No,
He's like-
all right. There's
He's
some
like,
dark years.
I don't party, but he's like
No,
dripping
well, no,
sweat.
dark
no,
years.
here's the
I
thing.
love that,
What I
dude.
meant is that I don't do hard drugs.
Okay. That's a fair point, dude. That is a fair point.
I don't know, like party. When I think of party, I'm thinking like just fucking like tons of
Shooting
blow
dope, dude.
and
Yeah.
dope and pills.
Yeah.
All right.
Mostly, all right, yeah.
No,
No,
I mean-
I definitely was lights out drunk for about 6 years. Yeah.
There were the first few years I was in the band for sure. If we had a bottle of Jameson or something,
Oh, man.
Jack's move was to spin the cap off. It would fall on the floor and he would crush it. So we couldn't put the cap.
So yeah,
on the
you
Jameson.
Yeah, you
finish
gotta
it.
drink
You
it
gotta
all,
finish
dude.
now.
Yeah.
No, for a while that was MySpace. I remember putting stuff online, being like, I like whiskey, and then all of a sudden, like people are just coming to the thing like, here's a liter of whiskey. We had the drawer in the bus that was just filled with whiskey. So yeah, I drank a lot of whiskey.
Also, I was at Zany's in Nashville, and this guy shows up with a baggie of
Oh, mushrooms.
mushroom
Oh yeah.
shake.
Oh,
And I didn't
yeah.
know how much it was. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know how much shake. So I just took it all. And then he's like, oh, how much you take? And I was like, how much?
The whole bag. Oh, dude.
Or you were like,
that
you want
stuff
any
will
of
get
these?
to
I was
you,
like,
too.
no, I gotta go home. Like,
Well, see you later.
And then he flat out, yeah, my buddy Raina had to babysit.
oh,
That's so good, dude. Because mushroom shake, you don't realize like
That's a lot of the good
what
stuff
might
in there.
look like a couple grams is actually like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You
that's
were
that's one of
Ooh.
those things where you
Yeah.
take that.
I
It's
don't
like
party.
It's
like-
I said,
well,
I don't party.
it's like a race against time to get home. You're like basically like you're like a werewolf. Like you have to like get it. The full moon's like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Your mushroom Cinderella.
sat in the back seat of my friend's car, and she was like, "We're gonna go in this bar now. Are you gonna be okay?"
Oh, yeah, we went to
And I'm
Bar
like-
Taco.
I'm like, I don't think
Yeah.
I
I can't do that.
think I can go in.
I can't see your face right now, dude.
I know.
Love that, dude.
All right, I do party. Upon careful reconsideration. I don't party as much anymore.
I love how this conversation just completely went back on itself. That's great,
Jack
dude.
spends his days off golfing now. That's where we're at.
Most of the time.
Do you really golf?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yep, I love it.
Where do you play?
Wherever. I played with, want to see something great?
Yes.
I had a day off in Anaheim, and I
Okay.
played with...
Tiger Woods.
You ever do Kiss mini
It's
golf?
so much better than that.
So much better than playing golf with Tiger Woods.
Well, for me, at the day, 'cause
Okay.
I had eaten a bunch of edibles.
I got wasted on a
And then-
tour bus at a golf course with the guys from Stained.
Oh,
Like way back in the day.
but that's been a while.
Dude,
It's
you
been
must
a
get
while.
so much pussy.
Do you know he's allergic to nuts, dude?
Aaron?
Yeah.
No?
He was at the venue that I was running, and all the people who, like, you know how people bring treats and stuff for the bands? All the things were labeled no nuts.
Nice, dude. He would be allergic to nuts too.
Which, I mean, it's fine if you're allergic to nuts.
It's so
fine,
funny because
but that is
Neil
funny.
Neil has such good relationships with all these bands. All the bands that I used to party with, they wouldn't want to hang out with me just
No.
because every time I would just get so obliterated, fucked up.
I thought it would be like the first time I ever toured with a band. It was Guster.
Oh, yeah.
And
they
I was
went to
on-
the same school. I went to Tufts. They were.
Oh yeah,
that's
they
a
were
Tufts
Tufts.
band.
That's right. Yeah, and we were on the bus, and on night one, I'm thinking I'm 25, 26 years old, and I'm thinking we're fucking partying, and I get there and I have all the momentum behind me, and they're like, "Go to bed."
So,
gotta
Wait, you
call
never
my
brought
wife.
up the
Oh,
picture.
I play golf with whoever. So this is Mr. O and Peter. I played with non-English speaking Koreans.
Oh.
So I will go out and I will get super
Better than
high,
Tiger
and I will
Woods,
play
better
with
than Tiger
Yeah.
Woods.
and I
just
will
random
play
Korean
with
guys.
whoever it is.
Okay.
And
Wow.
they loved me by the end. They
you
did
know what?
not like me, but halfway through, they were like, "Oh," and I was like,
Like,
"Maybe
why
take a
is-
picture with me."
I'm like, why so sweaty?
And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." But I was like, by the end, I was like, "Take a picture." with
Neil,
me.
do
They were
the
like,
do
"All
the
right,
full
all right."
accent real
No,
quick.
no,
Oh,
it's
are
all
you
right.
sure?
Yeah, I just did why so sweaty. It's fine. I feel fine. But that was the thing is
Me
like
so sweaty.
coming up,
Me sweaty long time.
I wasn't partying. I was
Yeah.
just like, I would just hang or facilitate. Like, I don't, because a lot of times I was the babysitter. Like, we mentioned the band earlier. Did we see it on? Fuck. All right, good. I was hired to literally babysit on
Okay.
a tour. And so, like, I never, like, lost my cool, like, I never, like, was a blackout, whatever.
Right.
So, like, whatever.
Everyone's
did
still
get-
cool with you.
Yeah, but I did get yelled at on a tour not too long ago because they were like a recovery band.
Oh man.
And I was like, fucking, I do drugs now, let's go. And they were like,
Hey, it's
let's
not like that anymore,
talk
Neil.
about it on the bus.
Oh, man.
Also, stop blowing all our guitar techs.
In case somebody,
I'll never stop.
I'll never
No,
stop.
but we like our bus is our home. It never was a place to party.
Yeah.
You know, like we weren't the type of band to be playing such huge venues that there was an after party that we were just invited to, you know? So like the partying was
Yeah.
very much so like, hey, you want to go hang out?
Also,
Hey,
in
you wanna go to
fairness,
a bar?
Yeah.
You know,
I
that
was
type of
really
thing.
good at it, and I didn't need a ton of like supreme hand holding. Like I could get back if I need to. Like
Sure.
there's a handful of over 2 decades. I'm like, all right, I missed that in Chicago. I got oil spotted in Chicago, and I think that same night I might have been picked up the sidewalk. But I'm trying to think.
The miraculous thing about Jack and his partying days, he has a full recollection of all of it, and I don't. Like, none of us do. He has a way better memory about things that he's done in his life. And
That's a
I'm like,
superpower, dude.
yeah,
Being
it really
blacked
is.
out and remembering all of it.
Well,
That's-
no. I don't. They'll remember to a point, but then I'll remember
Still more
all
than I
of the
remember.
situation. I'll
Yeah.
remember all of the elements of the situation until a point. And then I'm like,
Right.
what happened?
Yeah.
I was sober for all. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Yeah, dude.
I don't remember anything. People
Just-
Dubin will tell me about a time on
Yeah.
tour, and I'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Despite all of my better efforts to destroy my memory,
Great.
it's still
I'm jealous because I don't remember shit, man.
lucky.
What do you guys? I'm going to switch gears if y'all are cool with that.
What?
Yeah.
We-
Okay.
we
I'm going
gonna-
to switch gears real quick
Yeah.
because I'm just so curious because we didn't really ask Aaron and Tim about this. I guess we did kind of, but like the resurgence of the emo genre, like the comeback that we're seeing right now with pop punk and emo and hardcore and all of this. Like, what are y'all's thoughts on it?
I love it. Well,
I love. I mean, it's cool. We're a little immune to it because we, like I mentioned earlier, we weren't bigger 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a platinum record from 20 years ago, like half of our like contemporaries do. So like we've just been trucking along, and every year we get bigger. Like we're a total anomaly when it comes to our scene.
Do you think that's cooler because like you guys get to make new shit and have new fans, or even the fans following you, whereas you know a band that had tell all your friends or whatever the thing is.
Right.
You know, these guys, they just want to hear that stuff. So whatever they create from here on out, it's just like that's when it gets quiet in the venue, and that's.
Well, I think about kind of like it's a race, and I feel like all these bands that we started with, who were bands in 2000, 2003, whatever, all were doing the same thing, and it's 2025, and they're like kind of lifting up the curtain and be like, these are the bands, and it's like you've got bands like Taking Back Sunday that never stopped, or And, you know, we've just kind of been trucking, and we're definitely bigger than a lot of our contemporaries were before they went away, and they came back, and they're having limited success now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's more just, I feel like it's just stupid determination and kind of like an unwillingness to stop.
We've never had, when it goes back to that, like we've never been big enough to like just not have any worries on tour and party and just be like, I just play music, whatever. It's the same thing with our career. It's like we always have to worry about what the next tour is, what the next album is, or whatever. Like it's so the carrot on a stick is always in front of us. There's we're chilling. You know, let's go make an album we want to make. It's like no, we have to make an album our fans like every time. You know, like we don't have that. Because it annoys me when bands do that. It's like we're gonna make our artsy record.
Yeah,
I'm like, that must
this
be nice.
is the experimental record.
Yeah, it must be nice to like not to just forget about your fans. Or maybe your next tour is gonna tank because they don't like your new record. It's like no, like if we put out a record our fans don't like I'm gonna go work at Target. You know, like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it'd be hard for us to make a record that didn't sound like us at this point because I feel like we're so just in the
dialed in.
Yeah, I mean, really, if we tried to make a straight reggae record or something, it would still somehow end up being
kind of
like
sick, dude. Not a bad idea.
I gotta tell you, I feel super lucky because I'm in a band where we can actually we as a band, I feel confident saying this. We could throw a dart at a map of just different types of music and be like, make an album of that.
Yeah,
We'd be like, all right, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Well, I'd say too, whenever it comes up, it's like I think it's harder to do what we've done. Again, I'm going to pat ourselves on the back. Like,
keep patting,
it's
man.
harder
Feels
to
good.
do what we do, which is sound like us and like stay within our box, but make the box bigger.
Yeah.
The easiest thing to do is be like, we're doing our reggae record now. Like, we could go do this and try this. It is harder to maintain our identity sonically than it is to just be like, we're making a new metal record now. That's easy. We could go cover a different genre, and bands do that sometimes. They're just like, we're doing this for us, or we're doing this. Meanwhile, they just want to be on the radio, whatever. It's harder to do what we do, which is just make what Bayside is like bigger.
You guys are like showmen. Like you guys like you're in it for like obviously you do what you want within that that paradigm. But like when you're doing it for them also, right?
Well, it is like a community. I feel like at this point, I'm grateful to have the fans that we have, and I feel like that number is getting bigger, but I feel like we're actually a collective part of that group of people. It's more than like I feel like it is kind of culty in that way, which is,
I'm into that, dude.
Well, I mean, we've kind of jokingly advertised our band as a cult since, I don't know, 2006 or so.
But it's not a joke.
No, those people were like fucking diehards. It's great. It's the coolest.
I wasn't a fan at first. Like I knew you and Ant.
Neither was I.
So, truth be told, I wasn't.
I
When
heard
I heard
Bayside
this
for
stuff,
the first time. I was like, that was cool.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew you and Ant, but I didn't really know. I didn't know you at all until pretty like we're kind of recent.
the last few years we started hanging out.
Now it's not recent, but
I stopped being drunk all the time, and I was like, "Oh, you're Neil. Like, nice to meet you."
Oh, that's who this guy is. Okay.
I've seen you around.
Yeah, you look real familiar, man.
Christian took me to see you guys at like Toad's place or something.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Because he was like, no, they're sick, and I was like, I don't know, I heard a couple of things, I don't know, whatever. And he was like, no, they're sick. You got to come see it live. And I was like, all right, I'll go see it live. Like, I like those guys. Like, I'll go see it. And it might even was maybe with the sleeping open. Not important. You guys were doing it, and you guys had like it was like the all white amps. I don't know if that's still a thing.
No.
And like it's a cult on the thing. And I was like, huh. And then I'm like looking around, and I'm like. Oh no! I get this now.
Hell
I didn't get it, and now I get it.
We also are a much better live band than I think our
You
record.
guys are a sick live band.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like a German question and be like, how do you feel? Do you feel bad for your fans if they like bought tickets to like the bad night? Like, why do you bunch all the bad records together?
It's interesting because let me answer it seriously. It's like the reason we can do it is because for the last 15 years, people have found us and like we've gotten to be a better band. But like people like our new music, and that's another thing. Pat ourselves on the back about, you know, like. It's crazy, but the second night is less people for sure.
Oh, is it really? I was being a dick.
No.
No, but it's cool. It's really
hilarious.
interesting to see.
The
'cause
energy is the same though.
Yeah.
You know, like the people who are there to see the second night, there's some people who come only for the second night. And it's like, that's cool.
I think the first night is bigger because I do think, especially we were talking about like emo having kind of its moment again. I think there are a lot of people that were peripherally fans who will be like, oh, they're going to play the era of stuff that I connect to. But then the drop for night 2 doesn't make me nervous that we're not on the right
Second
path. I
night
feel
is
confident that we're doing the right
Interrobang
stuff.
and Vacancy?
From Killing
Time, Cult,
to
Interrobang,
5
Vacancy, and Their Worst Things Being Alive.
So that's also a good night. Like,
sick.
No, it's a great night.
I was
It's
making
so
a
much
joke,
more fun.
Yeah.
No.
and then you got serious, and I was like, I want you to know that I don't feel that. Like, I was doing the German question
thing is
thing.
we don't have bad records.
You're new.
Here's the thing, though, and I
There it
feel
is.
bad because my opinion leans towards enjoying the new stuff because that's like. It's the most relatable, like as far as like who I am personally, and also like we all get to flex more. So like the second night song is
way
so
better.
much more technical.
flex.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
great.
yeah,
I get
yeah,
to jerk.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
jerk
you
offy. I love it
flex.
so much.
Jerk offy. Love that, dude.
Oh, it's
yeah.
just wheelie. And then it's like, it's all of my 90s and 80s like music preference being able to come out. And then when people are like, dude, you're one of my favorite guitar players. I'm like, that is the best thing that I've ever heard.
How do you feel about Grim Reaper?
As an entity?
Yeah, as a band.
Oh, I was like, I don't know Grim Reaper.
Okay, never mind then.
I was like, as
That's
a
fine.
thing?
I think
What
it's
a
cool.
terrible
that-
question, Neil.
I
Awful question, dude.
I like the salmon moose bit
that's it.
from The Meaning of Life.
I think it's cool when somebody shows up and he takes you to hell. Is that what you're asking? Is this one of your German questions?
We have a specific German fan that was on the Gaslight Anthem. Oh no, wait, it was the Day to Remember
Day to
tour.
Remember tour, yeah.
We took in Day to Remember on one of their first tours in 2007, and they took us on this sold-out European,
Mega tour.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all
it's just-
arenas and stuff. But I remember playing it, and it was so bad. Nobody cared. I felt like it must have been like opening for Metallica in the 80s, where everyone was just basically like, fuck you.
Yeah, okay. Have their backs to the stage.
So we just, it's
They were
tough, and
in-
they were younger, too. All the fans were like,
They were literally booing us. This was only in the UK.
yeah.
In the UK, they were booing us at one point. I think in Manchester, they were sitting down, and there was no seats. They just sat
Yeah.
down.
Oh, that's kind of rough, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I had to deal with at Warped Tour.
Yeah, dude. I saw everyone sitting on the ground during your set, and you had such.
They
high
were
energy.
having a good time.
They were having a great time, dude.
what you do, though, then you
Even-
build a boot track in Pro Tools that's louder, and you put it
That's
through the
what
PA,
we did.
and then you walk out, you play 13 songs without stopping.
No, we straight up made, anticipating the booze, we made a boo track, and that was our intro. So we started the booze.
Oh, that's
And then they
Yeah,
were real
yeah.
loud, but then we just came out and unapologetically was like, fuck you.
You control the narrative. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna
But
do.
yeah, that-
I'm gonna make heckle tracks for me. Like,
holograms of people sitting with their backs to you.
your new
I love
intro
it.
song is just this guy
Training.
sucks.
Yeah.
Next.
That's going to be my
Who's
shitty
this chick?
virtual reality
Women aren't
app.
funny.
I'm going to make a virtual reality app where you're playing a guitar and they all have their back to you. And then you just play a show and then there's just sound in your headphones.
You were
It's
about
not
to
you
say,
playing.
though, you didn't finish the story. The German lady.
Oh, yeah. So she was outside in the parking lot after. And the first thing she says, and everyone's fucking like, oh, God damn it. She was like, they were booing you. Did you hear that? Why do you think? It's like, oh. So anyway, years go by. She becomes this whole German compliment joke thing that we're just telling people. It's like, yeah, what the fuck is that brutal honesty? Like, fuck you. I know they were booing you, fucking asshole.
Dubin has like a whole bit of it. Like he's not a comic, clearly, but he like has like 9 of those questions, like real like that he's heard people get asked.
Oh, dude, the Matt Pryor one was
The
great.
Matt Pryor one's great. Like why is your new keyboard player so much fatter than your old? Same keyboard player.
Same guy.
It's like, Dewey's?
What, they asked.
That would suck.
This
so
is
much.
an actual question that someone got, that Taking Back Sunday got. It's an actual question. They said, your new album is called Louder Now. yet it is the same volume.
That's so great.
Or there'd be like, I would be like, someone in Germany, obviously, was like, I didn't like your other records, but I like this one.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, no, I really didn't like those though.
no.
They'd be like, no, I basically hated those records.
I
but this
want you
one's
to
good.
know.
Why
I
did
cannot
you make
stress
the
enough.
fat records?
Yeah.
I need to put this in your brain. But anyway, she came to one of the UK shows this last year, and she was like, "Do you remember me?" I was like, "I know exactly who you are."
Hell yeah.
I was like, "I never thought I would see you again, but here you are."
Dude, we get some of those like backhanded compliments in comedy too, dude.
Yeah.
Where it's so awkward.
Somebody's
It's
like,
so
yeah, like
awkward.
you're funny for a girl. You don't get that? I get that all the time.
I like stick to it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Hey, you were actually really funny. I hate that one.
Yeah,
You were
well, one
actually
thing,
really
no, no,
funny.
one thing that happens a lot, like family, like especially when I first was starting out, like when I'd go home for the holidays or whatever, there'd be an uncle or an aunt or somebody like, "How's your little comedy thing going?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
You mean my
that.
life?
Oh, you mean this
going
passion
horribly.
I've devoted everything to?
I'm pretty sure my dad is like every time I talk to him, he's kind of like, I think in 3 years of being in the band, I think he's seen Bayside like twice. Yeah. So he's always like, "Yeah, how's that going?" I was like, "Hey, pretty good, man. I have a house, like I have a family, and it's all seems like it's working."
I've seen your dad show up for like to go to lunch with you and sound check, and then be like, "All right, see you later."
Nice.
So you want to come hang?
Yeah.
He's like, "Absolutely."
When are you
yeah."
going to get a real job?
Straight up. At this
Right.
point, he's finally like, "Oh, you're like 50." Yeah, like, "Oh, yeah, that's your job, right?" Okay.
Dude, speaking of a day to remember, they had that. There was like a TikTok trend where it was like disrespect your surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
That song that had just such a huge resurgence strictly because of TikTok. Have y'all had like a social media moment like that yet?
No, the
That's
world,
like-
the universe hates us, I think is what it is.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
I mean,
bound to happen.
I mean, I hope.
I'll get it going.
But it's
There we go.
It's like literally we hear stories of A&R people be like, "You know what you guys need? You need to go viral." And it's like, "Oh, cool, yeah. Let me just get on that." You know? Like,
Yeah,
let
just
me
go
do that.
viral, dude.
Yeah,
for real.
yeah, yeah.
It's so easy, obviously.
That's like a financial planner just being like, "You need to get richer."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like
literally everyone's aunt being like, "You ever think about going out for SNL?"
I was just going to say that, Neil.
Oh. And the Nashville version of that. Do you play on Broadway? Be like, not if I can. I would hope I never have to come to the point where I would have to do that. As much as I would love to get $3 to play Achy Breaky Heart for fucking.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of that is fabricated, the viralness, or at
Sure.
least aimed for. But then that's kind of the beauty of some of it is that it's not. You know, like it does just pop up.
Who are the guy? I just found out about Piers the Veil.
That's who was opening that Day to Remember tour
Yeah.
that we were getting booed
No
on.
shit.
They
Yep.
were getting booed too, and a year later they were like bigger
Selling out
than
arenas.
Day to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember.
We shared a bus with them. We were both like, and that's another band. They're like they can play. Like you're watching them playing, you're like,
Right.
that band's a good band.
Yeah, but didn't they? From the story I heard was they were a band and things were whatever, good, bad, whatever, and then they stopped for a while, and then somehow they went viral on TikTok,
I think so. But I'm
and,
not
like
really
years
sure.
later,
Yeah.
and then now they're doing arenas.
They
and-
were already.
Yeah, they just did
They
Madison
were
Square Garden.
doing good.
Yeah.
They were doing good.
Well,
They
they
were doing
I,
well, and then they did that Blink tour.
Yeah,
And I think
that's
that
where I
put
saw
them
'em.
in arenas, which is great. They're great. We shared a bus with them on that Day to Remember tour, and it was funny first like day or two because we were like feeling each other out because they were young. They're younger than us, and could be crotchety old people sometimes, and we're sharing a bus and whatever. And we just had that moment finally. Where we're like, you guys are cool, and then we're buddies, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
yeah, I love those moments.
And maybe they'll take us out on tour in Europe, and everyone will give us the finger again.
Now we know.
Everyone will hate you.
I'll get the boot. I'm
Again.
going to make a much better. It won't be like an on-the-fly boot track. Be like, this is the best I could do on an iPad, like in 2009.
Yeah, but you might get one more really committed German lady fan. You know?
No, it'll be the same one. And she'll be like, "I'm Andrea. Do you remember me?" And be like, "Oh, you're back."
The Reaper.
She is the Reaper. She's like, "I'm here to kick you uncomfortable truth that you already know."
By the way, Jerk Coffee.
Jerk coffee.
That'd be a great name for a cafe.
Jerk coffee.
Dude,
A
Matt,
topless
every
barista.
time, dude, you have one of those moments where it's just like, you're a genius, dude.
I know, and it comes and goes.
Guys,
Jerk coffee.
I got an idea.
Few
We're
and
going to
far
make
between.
hundreds of dollars.
And spell it like German, G-E-R, coffee.
Yeah.
So people really have to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Jerk coffee.
Would you like cream in your coffee?
Oh, man.
I will take a latte.
Yeah,
Well,
like
great,
mine
I'm gonna throw
foamed
up
up,
now.
actually.
But you think you can get if you get the hot semen in the steamer. Maybe it'll look like a, what do you call those things? A gin fizz.
Neil,
where you get
stop
a
doing that
tower.
with your tongue, dude. Stop.
That's a cappuccino.
Yeah. Well, that would be a lot, though. There's going to have to be a lot of guys
A
around.
latte of guys around.
A latte of guys around.
Ooh, there it is.
You're welcome.
Well, you're basically talking about a bukkake party in the back of a coffee shop.
Yeah.
But everyone...
Boo
Coffee
coffee even.
party,
Boo
man.
coffee.
There it is. There it is. The boo coffee.
I love seeing bits like happen right now. I'm like, wow,
Dude,
this
that's
is how
the
it happens.
that's the special drink at Jerk Coffee
Yep.
is the boo coffee.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I hate this.
Is my life a joke to you?
I mean, so much. Just as someone who jerks off.
In coffee?
Highly offensive.
Why is all the cum in the coffee and not on my shoulder? Call back.
Oh,
There you go.
Nailed it.
the old
Right here, gentlemen.
shoulder jizz.
Cold brew.
Lukewarm brew.
Anyways.
All right. That was a fun one.
What else? What else? What else?
God.
What do you guys want to know?
What else?
So 25th anniversary tour. You said it's going pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's great. This is
Any,
our second leg.
any crazy stories on the road? Any wild
We're
fans?
Like past crazy stories.
Yeah.
I'm like, how soon can I get to bed after we play?
Nice, dude.
That's
Yeah,
kind
we
of
don't
the-
really.
No one trying to storm the stage or anything?
No.
Do you let people get on stage with you? Hey, have you done that thing where you invite someone on stage to play the guitar along to one of your songs? Have you done that?
Anthony did that one time.
One time.
And
How'd it go?
Not well. Well, we play in everything we play is a step down. So if you were to go home with a guitar, assumedly in standard tuning, and learn how to play a Bayside song, you'd be playing it differently than I'm playing it. So he brought a kid up who started playing it the way that it was to the record, but in standard tuning. So he was like basically up.
He was up
Yeah,
and
so
up,
then
up
we
and
all kind of had to like improv, try to put it back into the right key.
Oh, so he made y'all look like assholes kind of
Yeah,
a little bit.
Sort of. He was like, dude, you're crashing the car. And for some reason, like in my brain, how much better would it be if we just kept playing and this kid was clearly out of tune? But instead, in my brain, I'm like, we got to save the ship. And I'm like, transcribe.
It'd be funny if he was better than you.
I got to promise you one thing. He was not.
That happened to me one time when I was like a beginner. There was this guy in the front row, and everything I'd say, he would just scoff. He like, and everything like about the fourth scoff, I like lost my shit. I'm like, what the fuck's your problem? And people couldn't see the scoff, so I just looked like an
You were
insane
like a
person.
lunatic.
on the
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
If
And I'm
you
like, you
guys
think you
fucking
can do this? Why don't you come up here? Why don't you come up here and try? And he's like, okay. Gave him the mic, and he proceeded to destroy.
Oh, no, dude.
Never touched a mic in his life. He's like,
Yeah.
boom, dunking all over me.
Dude, every heckler
That
ever.
guy is Shane Gillis.
It's the Shane Gillis origin story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you would probably remember better stories, but like we just really haven't had anything totally
On this
crazy,
tour.
You know, like
But that's kind of sick. You're just out there doing the damn thing.
yeah. I
you
mean,
know?
there's like fun stories. Like
pros.
on Warped Tour in 2012, we like ran a backstage bar that like No Effects and Less Than Jake usually did.
Holy
but
shit.
we took it like 10 steps further. They used to have like a vodka drink and like a whiskey drink, just like pre-mixed. What do you want? Here's it. We were like going to like Costco and liquor stores and buying like full handles.
Oh,
We're
dude,
spending
straight
like
up.
$1,000 a
Hell
night
yeah.
on booze, and by the end of the night, it was just all
That was
gone.
the best thing. It was like the best side hustle for Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we always like... Actually, if we're pretty industrious as people, I feel like. Because like the first Warped Tour, I was like slinging cigarettes and like... We would just go to truck stops and I would just buy like dozens of cartons of cigarettes and then sell them at the barbecue for like $7.
You were
Made,
selling
like,
Lucy's, dude?
not like packs. I would sell like just smoking, and then people are like, "Can I have a cigarette?" But like, "I'll sell you a pack for $6."
Nice.
And then just made like thousands of dollars, like,
Wow, yeah.
and then committing tax fraud, and then
Love that, dude.
and then the 2012, we did the bar, and they were like, "Do whatever you want." But we had a tent. We had like,
Yeah, we ran a
we went
bar,
to like
like-
restaurant supply stores. We were
We were
getting
like,
like
bar backing. Like it was like you and Chris would be serving drinks, and like me and Ant would be bar backing. Like, here's clean ice. Here's you need this. You need that.
Dude.
Like, we made so.
And
many
you're obviously
full
blacked out the whole time, right?
No, I remember. I mean, I was drinking the whole time, but like again, like prograde. So I'm like, I've been drinking all day, but I'm still here mostly.
Lucid, yeah.
Even if I'm not going to remember it from that point, I'll still bartend really well.
The claim to fame though was like we took it so much further than NoFX and less than Jake ever did that they stopped. They didn't let anyone do bars anymore. They're like,
Really?
you got our entire crew wasted. Like you got like it just became an issue.
Can we-
Like, no more bars?
Also,
you
go
collapsed
back-
Warped Tour.
Can we go back to the timestamp where he said they don't really party? He never-
Yeah, literally, dude.
We were working.
Did y'all make a bunch of money doing that?
So much money. But it's
Probably-
weird. Also, the reason they didn't let anyone do it is because like they were like, we want kickbacks, and we were like, here's $100, and they were like, that's not enough. I was like, come on.
I would say, I wish I remembered exactly, but it was probably comparable to what we made individually for playing an entire Warped Tour.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it was the
Or,
best.
like,
It was the best.
paid Garbage for us. I'm sure for everyone, but for us, for sure. So, an entire summer of literal suffering.
No one's making a killing there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We did. That was great.
No, I'm saying
On the bar. On the bar.
Yeah.
Guys, I paid my rent this month.
Well, no, I got married like right after Warped Tour, and I took all that cash and basically was
I
like,
would
ta-da.
say, like, if I had to guess, we made about 80% of what we made playing
Oh my God.
on the bar,
Wow.
too. Yeah. It was,
Wow.
It was...
We were good at
bar
that,
was
though.
great and Warped Tour wasn't.
How many dates was Warped Tour back then?
It was like 8 or 9 weeks. I felt like
Yeah,
it was
weeks,
like,
right?
and there's like,
so long.
and there were not a ton of days off either. That was pretty much like one day off every like 8 or 9 shows. So it was kind of like,
brutal.
it's
I
really.
never have anything. I kind of go out of my way, which is what I'm doing right now, to talk shit about Warped Tour because I feel like if we were always on a side stage 2 miles away from the main stage playing in front of our own fans, and that's like not why you go on Warped
Right.
Tour. You know, like we in 4 full Warped Tours, 4 full summers, like we never were on the main stage.
That's
which
wild.
is just like we're here to make new fans, not play in front of our fans 2 miles away from the main stage for less money than if we just played the club down the road.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like I think about all those summers we did that like I don't want to say we're worthless, but like they definitely didn't help our career.
Yeah.
You know? And if they did, we'd be so much further down the road, you know?
Have there been bands that like broke out because of Warped Tour?
I mean, yeah.
They usually got like I remember one year was Fall Out Boy and Mike Hem just on the way up, and it's like that's how you start playing in front of 15,000 people at Warped Tour when your band's already doing 2,000 in a club.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that's how it snowballs. Like Pierce
Yeah.
Veil opening for Blink, it's like
Yeah.
snowballs out of
Yeah, Data Remember,
you know?
Paramore, all those
Yeah.
bands have like super quick climbs during Warped Tour. But then they don't fucking do it again because they're like, Kevin's like, hey, come back and do it again. And he's like, you're not going to pay me anything near what I could get now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in an arena now. Like, you can't pay me that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I try to. Everyone has that nostalgic thing with Warped Tour, especially now, and I'm like,
I have
and when they ask us to do it next year, we'll say yes. But I hate it.
they're like, we're doing the bar.
I would love it. I remember when they started announcing it, there was like they weren't announcing all the bands yet. There was like the poster was like they had some blocked out, and there was a beat. And the beat, I was like, oh, but
No, we were booked on this thing,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't have been able to do it regardless.
yeah. I mean, it was they're only doing like a few dates.
I mean, that definitely helps to get more people there too. I mean, what Hawthorne Heights had done for the last couple of years, 3 years, that Ohio's for Lovers thing that kind of traveled around was a good idea, and I think that it was for a while. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm sure Kevin Lyman saw that and was like,
I mean,
that's my money. I want that
remember
money.
talking to Anne Berlin on one of those, and I'm like, you guys know that we're kind of just doing like the classic rock thing, like every summer at Jones Beach was Def Leppard and whatever. I'm like, we're kind of just doing that. But it's our genre now, you know, like at a much smaller scale. It's not Def Leppard and Motley Crue, but like when it's like us, Anne Berlin and Hawthorne Heights, and you get a couple of thousand people, it's
Are we
close
like
enough to
Great
be-
White and like
Yeah,
Winger or
it
like
Dude,
is.
what?
Like, it really is.
I
that.
watched Less Than Jake. I watched Bowling for Soup. I watched a few bands, and I was shocked at how young the people were who were all
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I mean,
Who's got,
kids.
like,
It's the younger siblings, dude.
Yeah.
Or
It's
the kids at this
or the
point,
kids.
too.
There's
Right.
a lot of
Dude,
parents.
there are a
There's
lot
parents
of
with their
teenage-
kids.
Yeah, there were a lot of teenagers of parents who were at shows in 2005, 2006.
There was a
at this
guy.
point.
There's a guy in the when I was performing. There was a guy with his son and the son was like a boy, like probably less than 10 years old. And I was like making fun of him, like, you put him in that fucking Pennywise mosh pit. He sits there and he listens. He'll learn a thing or two.
Hell yeah. Dude, actually, it's funny with the way, with this tour specifically for us, there's a pretty substantial number of people coming with their kids who are like 8, 9 years old.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
And
And
do the math, like if they found out about us when they were 15,
Yeah.
we've been a band long enough.
Oh, shit.
They're mid to late 30s. They have families. you
Yeah.
know, and
Dude,
they're all showing up in Bayside shirts. And
it's crazy
Yeah.
to see people. Yeah, like we were talking about that. Was it Arizona? I'm looking out. There's just like some like probably guy who's like 60 years old over here. There's like 2 little kids over here, and then there's a bunch of like hardcore bros like straight up spin kicking in the fucking middle.
Yeah.
You're like, this is weird. That's a weird group of people.
It is. It's cool. It gives me hope, though. I'm like, if we could, there's not a specific kind of person out there. There's
No.
a bunch.
No,
you know?
I
And
do-
I'm
I
like, cool.
really-
Like,
I
we
mean-
can find more people.
To your point, that's like kind of what I learned at Warped Tour was I thought that, I thought it was like more a narrow following. I didn't realize how just like big it is and all different kinds of people going to everything, I mean, I was there watching Avril Lavigne with all these dudes that were like, I mean, back then we wouldn't have.
It's
So,
nostalgia
like-
for those guys, I think, too.
Well, yeah, totally. But like it was, I couldn't believe how much like people were like, it seemed across the board. It didn't seem like people had their bands that they were going to. They did, but then there was also a lot of in between, and people like, oh, I've always wanted to see, whatever it is. Like, who else was there?
Lagwagon.
Lagwagon was not there. But yeah, man, it
feel like
was
that's like a
very
good-
diverse.
Yeah.
Good level
Well,
of
I think
band.
that's where we win though, because I feel like I'm gonna pat myself on the back too. I think objectively we are a very good band. Like I've seen a lot of bigger
Tight.
bands. I've seen like Metallica recently, Pearl Jam, saw Jack White, saw AC/DC in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And I would say from a strictly performance perspective, we are every bit as good as a live band. As those are.
Absolutely.
However, and I think that our music is accessible, but I think that there are so many people that have a preconceived notion of what we are, and I think that because we are grouped in with emo, there's this is what my band sounds like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm like.
Do you
Actually,
guys-
here's a story. When the last time I was here,
Yeah.
you sat me at a table with
Yeah.
Jeff Ross
I
and
was-
Tony Hinchcliffe, which is fucking horrifying. By the way, but and I was like the highest I've ever been. So I was like, this is going to be terrible. Your girlfriend, I'm just like, this sucks so bad. And then they were started like, oh, you're in that band that Matt was going to go see. Like, oh, I'm fucking emo. I hate my fucking dad. And for some reason, something in me was like, nope. I was like, wait, fuck you. Like, what do you
Yeah.
listen to? And he was like, I don't know, like, like Bruce Springsteen. I was like, guitar rock? I was like, you like Van Halen and shit? And he was like, yeah. I was like, you love my fucking band. Like, fuck you. What about you? What do you listen to? He's like, oh. I
I'll
don't know."
never forget because Tony has had this ongoing joke since for now we've been friends for 2 decades. We used to live together, so he'd hear this music coming out of my room, and he goes, his
Oh, Matt's
impression,
crying again.
his impression is like. It was the friendship of summer, and it's like, and he calls it now. It's called that, like, oh, is that some of your friendship of summer music? Like, and so when I introduced you guys to him, I was like excited to see how he was going to react to actually meeting people of the scene. Like, he's never been this close to it, And he went right. He was
Right to
not
one
respectful.
joke.
He literally,
feel like-
he's like, oh, you guys, the friendship of summer, and Nick was like. Well, yeah, but no. Like,
Dude, but after I kind of was like, I stood up for myself and I was like, all right, I feel good. I got to get the fuck out of here.
nah, he loves it. He loves it. I mean, it's just like, it's just such a fun sound, And like, and now that it's been 2 decades since this kind of music has come out,
Yeah.
I swear it's like a type of person.
I
Like,
feel like you guys are darker, though. You guys are
oh,
like-
you absolutely are.
you
You're
guys
not
more
like.
on the Alkaline Trio, Smoking
Yeah.
Popes kind of
Yeah.
side of things.
Tony's definitely talking about Blink.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know this, but he's talking about Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
but everything gets wrapped into
love
the
that.
same thing. But
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, being a band this long, I'm glad we sound the way we do because it would be terrible to have to be like 45, 50 years old and do the
Yeah.
emo voice.
Right.
Friendship
Get
of
on
Summer,
stage
yeah.
and be like, I have to do that.
Oh, that
voice.
would suck, dude.
So at least we've always
Also,
Maybe
like,
that's why
this-
Tom DeLonge took such a long break. He didn't want to say you anymore.
yeah.
Where are you?
But have you seen him lately? I saw Blink with.
Loves
when we
saying
were
you
young.
now. He
Yeah.
loves saying
Oh
you.
right, yeah. I feel like he's leaning into it in a funny way now.
He
It's more
is,
funny,
dude.
dude. Like,
it's the memification of all that
Yeah.
made it cool. Like,
Yeah.
it literally is a circle where
Yep.
it's just like where we made people laugh and they're in on the joke. When this song says whatever, I miss you, and
Yeah.
everyone's gonna remember when they
Yeah.
laughed, but also they remember they like the song, and it's just like verification now. It's like a whole weird
Dude, you're
moment.
you're right about that. He has leaned it because there was a viral video that came out of him like dancing. It was like his daughter or his son took a video of him dancing, and it was almost like it was right before he got back into Blink, and that came out, and it was like, oh, he gets it. He
Yeah.
totally gets it.
Oh yeah, he knows exactly.
He's in on the joke,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever met him? Have you ever met Tom? I've hung out with him.
Once. He's very tall. That's what I
he's
remember
a
about him.
monster. It's the first thing you're like. That guy sounds like the biggest pussy in the world, but he'll clear a room out.
he's a
It's
big
shocking
guy.
how bands are tall usually. And,
Yeah.
and
Dave Grohl's a monster.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
he?
Monster.
it's what
Yep.
holds us back. Cause
Me and
We're
Tony
all-
hung with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
would be happy to join the band.
I am
okay?
a threat to no
Guys,
man.
I'm like 6'2". I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. No, I'm towering over everyone at 5'9".
Yeah, he's the big guy in the band.
You guys are the AC/DC of modern culture.
I love that so much. Fall Out Boy's a short band. I
are.
think that is the
Fall Out
only
Boy's
other
a
band that
short
we've
band.
toured with where I'm like, oh, you guys are like the
Yeah,
same.
Pete Wentz he's a tiny little guy.
He's like your height. Isn't he
powerhouse,
like 5'8", 5'9"?
No, he's smaller than that. Yeah,
like
he's
that.
he's short. And so's Patrick.
The Mike M guys are pretty small though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mikey's
They're
not.
normal size.
The
They're
dude,
they're
what's
like
his
average
name?
height.
Frank's never
What's-
struck me as tiny.
No, but the
a good
guy,
point.
Gerard, he's short.
Oh, maybe.
I think he might be hunched over. He's not.
He
that
is
short.
hunched.
Like,
He is hunched.
I mean,
might
actually, I
be
wasn't even
hunched
that to
over.
be a bit, but he's kind of like.
He's
He just has bad posture. He's actually like
I don't know what
6'1".
he's sad about. He's got a lot to be not sad about right now.
Dude.
Woo.
Yeah.
Are they back out?
They're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, starting.
They're out.
As that first When We Were Young.
Yep.
I mean, When We Were Young.
They were the
everything
headliners.
I have bad to say about Warped Tour, I have everything good to say about When
Yeah.
We Were Young. But watching like Paramore.
I did not have a fun time.
Oh,
Wait, you guys, opening for you guys?
Oh yeah. that first When We Were Young.
you were
watching Paramore followed by My Chem. I'm like, this literally is the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
You know? Like this.
They
this
won.
Is the
They won
best
emo.
that we
And
can do.
Yeah.
Rejects were on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
the first one was pretty ridiculous. I feel like I was super.
Kitty.
Dude, Haley from Paramore, she's still got it, dude. It is so
Dude,
She's
fucking
an honest to
impressive.
God pop star, though. It's not even like when you see. It's difficult to reconcile that some of the bands that we've toured with are like really at an elite level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference.
But like with her, I think that she'll be looked at the same way that I look back on my childhood and be like, she's like a Cyndi Lauper or Madonna. Like it's
Well, it
that.
was like watching them back to back, and My Chem hadn't played in years. It was like their reunion, basically. And Paramore was a pop band, and then My Chem went on, and it just looked like a big band from our genre. You know, like the discrepancy was like, I think I just watched like Madonna,
Yeah.
and now a rock band is going on. But
Yeah.
the coolest thing about seeing My Chem, because they hadn't played in so long, I saw people who had never seen them before, and they were their favorite band, and they were seeing their favorite band for the first time.
Wow.
And it was like the energy
Yeah,
of
dude.
that
Oh, you don't
crowd
think
was
of
like-
that because they're gone.
Yeah.
People could discover them while they're gone, and years could pass, and then they show up to see
Yeah.
them for the first time. Yeah.
The energy at that first When We Were Young was pretty sick, though. Like
I was supposed to be there, and I
like,
ended up not being able to go.
Like that
Oh,
was
man.
so that kind of was the Rejects coming out party to me. Was like that
Yeah.
show was like because they were up against Avril Lavigne, and they're on a side stage, and their stage, like their crowd dwarfed Avril
Yeah,
Lavigne.
yeah.
No
And
shit.
yeah, and it was like, oh, people are stoked for these guys.
Yeah.
and then
And they're
My
straight
Chem
punk,
was-
dude.
They're at Warped Tour in Long Beach. I'll see them.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're cool. They got. I mean, as
They're
far
great
as that
gu-
whole
they're great
genre
guys.
goes, they have 4 or 5 of the bigger songs.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like, I think that they don't necessarily. They're a little less sceney than
They're less well.
you know.
It's hard for me because Mikey and Chris are
Yeah, yeah,
punk
yeah.
rock dudes.
Totally.
Like they're like they would
Sure.
roll with us in a second. Not that those other guys aren't. You hung out with Nick and
Nick's in Nashville. I
hung
know.
out-
Yeah.
we hung out all of us,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But then My Chem came on, and yeah, like I said, like just the energy. Even your show, the show I did with you guys the night before the blowout, the
Oh,
rainout
the
show.
weird. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was like the energy in there, like even just the energy down the block, the energy like in Vegas for like, and then the footage of the Rejects at that barbecue place earlier in the day, and then even like the footage of the Kitty show was sick. Like people went bonkers.
I feel really special that we got to have that experience. Like I
That
feel
was
like
a
because
sick
that
one.
made pulling up to play that show that night made me feel the most famous that I've ever felt. Where I was like, holy shit.
Well, there's 3,000 people lined up for a 300 capacity venue, and the whole thing was like. The wind was so bad that day that
They
we had to
canceled the
cancel,
show.
and we worked all day to put together some sort of show because there's literally 50, 60, 70,000 people who have nothing to do, and it's a one-day festival. They can't just come tomorrow. Their tickets for that day. I met people from Australia, Germany who were like, I flew here for this. I don't have a ticket tomorrow. You know, like I came here for this and I can't go and I'm going home on Monday. You know?
Oh my
It
God.
broke my heart.
Oh
you know?
my God.
And then my heart broke again when I saw 3,000 people who I knew couldn't get into our venue, and the show could have done 10,000 people that night.
Yeah.
It was like us Thursday, Census Fail.
And
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green, Neil Rubenstein.
Yeah.
And
But,
actually,
like, think
do you know
about,
that
like,
this
there's
is
all those people who have nothing to do, and we could have done 10,000 people easily.
Well, I think Anthony told me that Mikey from Mike Hem
Put that
had
together.
put that together,
Helped
and they
put
were
that
supposed to
together.
play it, but Gerard was like, "Oh, I'm not coming,"
Yeah.
or not like for any like weird
Yeah,
reason, but
they-
he didn't want to
yeah,
travel
yeah.
and make like a.
I think LS Dunes would have been a more likely
Yeah, for sure.
because Anthony was there, Frankie was in the building,
Was Coheed on the
Tucker
first one?
was on the show.
Coheed was on the
maybe
third
Coheed
one.
wasn't-
They
Coheed
were on the
Trevor
third
wasn't
one.
there. But they played shows without Trevor. They played shows without
Yeah.
Tim, like whatever. But yeah, so that was a Pabst Blue Ribbon after party that they flew me to do that, and then when the show got canceled, like Pabst reps were like, we have a venue.
No
And,
shit.
Yeah, and Thursday was like, okay. And then you guys, I think, were like second to be like, yeah, okay. And then
we
I
were
guess
trying all day. We just couldn't make it work with them.
Yeah.
It's so funny how it's like the show got canceled, and then we're like, we're friends with all these bands. We could do a show. And then once like management and booking agent gets involved,
got shitty.
it's like
It just falls
we don't-
apart.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like this band has to headline. We can't play before this. Like it's like
certain
all
bands
this
asked
stuff.
for like a significant chunk of change,
Yeah.
and Paps was like, "Go fuck yourselves."
Be like, dude, you realize you're getting half your guarantee from fucking When We Were Young today to do nothing,
Yeah.
basically. Like that's I don't know what anyone got paid in that, but I know again, like that's a festival that has all the bases covered. They're compensating the bands properly. The festival is comfortable. It's run well.
Yeah,
So it's like,
I
dude, you're
felt
taking half of that
comfortable
money
to say
for
it.
free.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
yeah, do you want to go play a show and make these people happy out there?
yes.
It was the sickest. But I feel like that's a cool story. I feel like that's going to be like one of those like maybe not a Woodstock type event, but I feel like people go, oh, first When We Were Young, be like, yeah, we did that. We did this after party thing.
Yeah.
If there's still a world, maybe it's
No, I think
maybe
it's
we're all
like a
gonna die.
new like Coachella type thing. Like I think it's going to be huge. I mean, people talk about it all year
Yeah,
long.
dude.
Well, the guy who runs it only has the space for 5 years, so
like that.
this would be third.
This is four.
This is four here.
four.
So there will be. I'm speculating. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine there'll be one more. But then it'll either go away or move or
I mean,
become
it's
something
great.
else.
I think Vegas is becoming that spot.
Yeah,
where
it is,
it's
and
like,
I'm sure they
we're going
renew
there.
because Vegas. So like
those grounds, they just do
Vegas-
That
Well,
for
and that
every
music
genre.
festival hasn't been shot up yet, so that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's because it's a bunch of emo guys going there. Or they're like break over the fence, but like, oh, I don't want to put
no.
anyone out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is like a different clientele too. You know, like
we did Vegas is becoming this place that they want to make it like that's where the championships are. This is where the biggest events. We just did WrestleMania over there,
Yeah.
and that was supposed to be just one WrestleMania in Vegas. We do it. It's great. The whole weekend is the whole week. I mean, everything. There's all these things we had to do, and then this next WrestleMania was supposed to be in New Orleans, and then Vegas bought them back.
yeah, yeah.
Into the same stadium,
wild.
what's the Allegiance
Yeah, yeah.
Stadium,
Hopefully I
and
can
now
go.
we're going back to Vegas because the whole city is becoming this. It's already been an attraction, but they want it to be the main event for everything that's big.
I mean,
Totally.
It can. You know?
I just feel like they're gonna renew that shit.
Well, I wonder though because Vegas is also developing north up past the Strip, like with past Stratosphere, like with Fontainebleau and like
plenty
the
of room,
convention
yeah.
center. There is plenty of room, but they could put it in that giant parking lot that we were looking at all day at the pool. We stayed at the Conrad for a day.
Hey,
off.
when we were young, Bayside's got some ideas.
Yeah, listen, I'll show you where. I'll show you where we could put some stuff.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where did you stay in?
We
for that?
stayed at the
Resorts World.
Resorts
Like
World.
2 or 3
Got you. Yeah, yeah.
So we've been,
yeah.
I mean, because the festival's up there, we've kind of been there the last couple times. But the amount of construction and the movement that's going up that way.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if it's maybe just the age I am, but I kind of want to be there or like downtown anyway.
Hey, I got to point something out really quick. Jack has stopped sweating entirely.
Whoa.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm ready for another round. Yeah, let's get weird. It hasn't not coincided with me smoking more pot, though, so I don't know. Maybe that's
All right. That cures hyperhidrosis.
Yeah,
We discovered
or
something.
more likely, it's just like basically calms something in my brain that's
There we go.
freaking out.
That's
all the time.
what it is.
Yeah.
You got comfortable.
I think it's like a weird panic response thing,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like I play in front of people professionally, but I don't like it. Like I love, you know what I mean? Like I love perform. I love playing guitar. I don't like attention.
Oh, interesting.
So if I find myself like in this, where I'm coming in, I'm meeting you guys, I'm like talking, I'm just like. I just feel like I'm holding my breath, and I'm like, oh, I'm sweating.
I
and
never
then
would've
I start
known,
thinking
dude.
about like, I'm sweating, and then I'm like, oh no, now
I'm
I'm
definitely
really
the
sweating.
opposite. I like attention. I don't like playing bass.
You're a Leo, dude. Yeah, you're a Leo, dude. We're Leos, bro. Me and you,
don't like-
we got this shit, dude.
Dude,
What?
I made a joke a while ago. I want to get a chimp in a tuxedo with a ukulele, and I'm going to put peanut butter in his mouth, and he can go on
He
stage.
opens for Matt all the time.
He can go on stage, and I'll sit on a chair behind my amp, and I'll play guitar, and I'll sing, and it will be very comfortable. Have a little stool with a nice cocktail on it.
Where does the peanut butter come into play?
Because then he'll just be like,
Oh, got it. Okay.
he'll look like he's ripping it.
Spin
Be like,
around
yo,
the
that
roof
chimp
of
is
his
ripping
mouth.
it.
And then he rips your face
And
off.
he seems overdressed.
You're still sweating more than him.
Yeah, I'd be back there. I'd be like, I'm sweating. Be like, well, fucking whatever.
That's been awesome, dude.
But that probably is like a lot of the booze and smoking and stuff is just because I just feel like utterly.
Sweat it out.
I'm anxious and I'm nervous all the time.
Sweat it out. Sweat
Like
it
a
right
shivering
out.
little dog, and I feel like I need stuff to
I love a shivering little dog.
calm the nerves.
What's up?
Well, boys, this has been incredible. You guys
Hell yeah.
are awesome.
We're chatting.
You don't have the crazy party stories, but you know what? The stories
we'll
you do
talk
have,
offline.
the stories you do have, kind of depressed me a little bit. You know what I mean?
And that's what
so
we-
that's good. That's,
that's what
really
we
what
like
we
to do
want.
here.
Brand.
Yeah.
That's what we
For an emo
want, dude.
band.
Yeah.
But thank y'all so much for being here.
Hell yeah, love
Best
it.
of luck on the second leg of the tour. Thank you for being here. This has been just so cool. And,
Yeah, love it.
We appreciate y'all stopping by.
And thank you for being Bayside for
Yeah.
so long. You guys, man, you
Yeah,
got us
dude.
through some shit, dude.
And thank you for
You're doing
still
God's work.
being cool. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that a thing we're gonna do?
Oh, is that
That's the
is
worst.
That it?
That's the last time, actually.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
Oh yeah, thank you.